Oscar Dance from Cleveland rather than taking Forsberg as their number 3 goaltender in the playoffs. So a lot of interesting stuff coming back at you in 4 minutes right here on CBJ Crosscheck and the New Generation Sports Talk Radio, The Score, WS.
You're listening to the Beer Monger Sports Sessions
back
on ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, The Score. Here's your host, Spartan Biscuit, Master Chief Monger, and Squiz. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How we doing out there? How we doing out there? This is the first collaborative show put together. We are now the Beer Monger Sessions plus the Beer Monger Sports Sessions all in one right down here on ScoreOnAir.com. I am your host, Spartan Biscuit, with all the greatest co-host behind me, not to mention Squiz is out running around doing 15 things right now. This will be what we'll call show number 29 of the Beer Monger Sessions right here on ScoreOnAir.com. What's going on, everybody?
Oh, another day in paradise, brother. How you been?
Oh, nothing much. Got the big deal, real deal, Chad Deal in the house right now. How we doing? How we doing, Deal?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Enjoying the beautiful day. Glad to be alive. We're here to kick it with you guys for another great sports session and the new collaboration, the beer sessions and sports sessions all combined in one.
You know, and it's going to be a great one. And Chief, how we doing? The Master Chief Monger, the man where it all started with Spartan Biscuit. How we doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing great today. Just got done taking one of the many mongers to the doctor for his annual checkup. Of course, the doctor always looks at him and says, "Oh, you're in that upper 98th percentile BMI. You got to watch what you eat. You got to watch this." Well, the kid plays football. He's in track. He's going through his he has this trainer that he's working with. Like, man, why don't you just put him on that actual machine and see what he is? This kid's an athlete. He's not a big BMI kid. He's an athlete and he's ripped. You've seen him.
Hey. When I was in the Marine Corps, just because of the size of my neck, I was considered a fat kid or a fat body. All right? Just because of the size of my neck in the Marine Corps. But you know what? I wore those fat body stripes like a champ. I ain't going to lie. But, hey, we got a huge show here lined up for us today. And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a quick teaser of what we're getting into. We're going to get into a little bit of festival talk. We're going to talk about the burning can. But I want to talk about the burning can once our guests get here. And our guest which is Country Blown Glass, which will be, I believe all three of them are coming in. I'm not sure. It's the trio of Moon Boot, Catfish Glass, and the Redbone. So that is their glass names. And when you
Redbone's coming in?
Yes, sir, he is. He's a part of that crazy trio of the Country Blue Glass. And they have got some good stories about traveling around the way. And, they are true artists. And when people think glass, I know what you're thinking. They're thinking, oh, the first thing you think when you think glass artists is, pipes and bubblers and stuff like that. Well, let me tell you, that's just probably the easy part of what those glass artists can do. I've seen anything from arrowheads to just all sorts of designs, Christmas designs, necklaces, pendants, anything that you can possibly use in glass. They can do it, and they have done it. So they've been all across the country selling their trade, brother. So that's going to be Country Blue Glass, and they should be here by 2 p.m. right here on the Beer Monger Sessions on ScoreOnAir.com. We're going to be talking about some competitive eating today, which is going to be really interesting because we've got a new world record on sweet corn. All right.
Wow, what could that be?
I know. We're going to get into that. We're going to go with the World Series of Beer Pong. Hey, all you college kids out there listening to the Beer Monger Sessions, go make some of that college tuition money, all right? Because we know what you guys do on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. You play that beer pong. We know you do. And you play it on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Because you know what? When it comes down to the beer pong, I'm going to go straight up and say the college kids are probably the pros at it. They are probably the pros. But they're not playing with water like they are going to be doing over there in Vegas. But we'll get into that later, too. I bet you the kids on college campus are not playing with water.
Water pong.
I've never seen them ever play with water. We got a roller derby rundown. I'm gonna go back with some roller derby, and we are on the verge of booking the Ohio Roller Derby girls in here for the Score on Air. It's gonna be a really exciting show. Those ladies are fantastic, and we had them down earlier on the WDG station, and they were so much fun. We had Mike Rockwell in from Pigskin. I think he was a little scared there for a minute until he got warmed up and he got used to being next to the pain train.
Yeah, he got quiet pretty quick.
Well, I'll tell you right now, he's probably afraid that the pain train was going to go ahead and give him an elbow, so, but yeah, we got foosball, and something tells me we've never seen the doctor down here at scoreonair.com, and the doctor was walking around the studios today, so the doctor will be in. We will summons the doctor. But there's your quick teaser rundown. We're going to be right back. Remember, this is number 29 of the Beer Monger Sessions. I am Spartan Biscuit.
Squiz.
Master Chief Monger.
Chad the Big Deal.
All right. We'll be right back.
This is Bob McElligott, the radio voice of the Columbus Blue Jackets, and you're listening to the new generation of sports talk radio, ScoreOnAir.com, The Score.
Nasty's Sports Bar in Reynoldsburg is under new management. Located at 6150 East Main Street, the home for Taco Tuesday is rejuvenated and the home for great food and family fun. Nasty's Sports Bar is a great place for happy hour, serving $2 domestics, $3 glasses of wine, and $5 appetizers, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 614-864-2827 to find out the daily specials. Nasty's. Great food, family fun, with a cool name.
Listen to ScoreOnAir.com for your chance to win. Every Friday, we will be giving away a prize pack, and here's how you can qualify. Send us a message with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth to our Facebook or Twitter account. Just search Your Score on Air, or you can call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to win. It's that easy. A new winner will be selected every Friday at 7 p.m. This is your home for the new generation of sports talk radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
I'm Jake Safranco with your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Now here's the Sports Doc, Dr. Chris Stankovich.
Does your son or daughter struggle with nerves when it comes to competing in sports? If so, it's important to know that this is perfectly normal. In fact, professional athletes struggle with the very same anxieties that your son or daughter does while competing. Nerves are a result largely because of cognitive appraisals, and what that means is how we perceive things often dictates how our bodies will respond. You might want to think of this as fight or flight. In fact, when I work with athletes, I ask them, do they view pressure situations as challenges or do they see them as threats? If they view them as challenges, they often gain confidence, sharpen their focus, and become even more motivated to succeed. But if they see the situation as threatening, that's when anxiety creeps in and usually compounds matters. So it's important that you look at skills that can help, including deep breathing, using imagery, and reminding your child of the importance of positive self-talk.
This has been your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Enrolling now, visit beonair.com.
Are you a sports fan looking to expand your sports memorabilia collection? Well, First and Goal has you covered better than the Ohio State Secondary. First and Goal is your #1 place to find all the sports collectibles of your dreams. We are located at Polaris Fashion Place in Columbus and the mall at Fairfield Commons of Beaver Creek. Stop on in and you'll find autographed jerseys, helmets, photographs, and much more that will make you the envy of the neighborhood. Feel free to give us a call at 614-896-1016 for our store at Polaris, or call us at 937-427-4737 in Beaver Creek. For all your sports collectibles and more, it's First and Goal.
Run downtown, licking his wounds. His good days are gone.
Oh, yeah, we are back. We are back. It is the Beer Monger Sessions number 29. Hope everybody's having a good one out there. It is beautiful weather right here in the Central Ohio area right now, and we have a lot of things going on in here today. We just had the serial Bader walk in here. What's going on, Bader? How you doing?
I'm on top of my game.
Oh, you're on top of your game, aren't you? Yeah, you're always on top of your game, Bader.
I don't know about all that. 1 week ago on Monday, I wasn't.
Yeah, we know all about your shindigs and stuff like that. We will talk about that. We'll try to get to that here in a little bit. But let's go ahead and get through some stuff that's going on around the country a little bit, and let's go ahead and do that in the form of foosball. All right. I can't remember if we didn't talk any foosball last week, but we've got a lot of new stuff to talk about with the foosball. We still have the 6.5K Mississippi State in Biloxi, Mississippi, May 5th through the 7th. That's $6,500 purse prizes right there in foosball. And once again, that's in Biloxi, Mississippi. And we also have the national championships, and July is 6th through 9th in New Orleans, Louisiana. That is the national championships. All right. And then you have the International Foosball Promotions World Championship on August 30th through September 4th in Lexington, Kentucky. That sounds like a huge event. That's like a 5-day event, a 4-day event.
Yeah, that's an all-weeker, isn't it? It's going to be a tough battle to see who gets the win. It's a lot of mental stress when you play that long of the game and day in, day out. Mentally, it takes a lot out of you.
4 days of foosball, 4 days of straight foosball. Do you think a Great Bearded Glory could handle that?
Oh, I think he could. I don't know if he could.
I don't know
stay
if he
sober long enough to get through the end of it.
No, he would. Well, the thing is he probably plays better under the influence.
It's kind of the point, isn't it?
It is foosball, and this is the beer monger session. So yeah, it is the point.
Yeah, but you always get that peak though. You get that. I don't know, on a 4-day binge, I think you'd be pretty worn out there by day 3.
Yeah, I get my peak at playing pool about 3 or 4 in.
Yeah, I noticed that when we played last week. Yeah.
I kind of kicked some tail.
You did.
Some tail. So yeah, and there you have it. And if you're regionally right here in Central Ohio, you can always go to the Columbus Square Bowling Palace every Friday night in the Blue Sky Island Bar, and at 5707 Forest Hills Boulevard in Columbus, Ohio. And you can give them a call at 614-895-1122. The big deal. What do you know about the Columbus Square Bowling Palace? These are the type of places that are your backyard.
I've never been to the foosball tournament, but that sounds like it's something we really have to check out. I know I've been saying that the last few sessions, but I think we need to go check that out and see what it's all about. I don't know. Master Chief kind of ruined me because he kicked my butt last time we played foosball. But
Chief's been on a roll, man. I haven't beat him in anything.
Well, I got you in pool deal.
I'm pretty sure that me making the 8 out of turn doesn't. I mean, it counts as a win, but
hey, dude, I almost picked the stick up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bader. I don't think you could hold the big deal's jock on a pool table, brother. Sorry.
I think the point is being that Bader didn't even have to touch the stick to win a game.
A W's a W, though.
A win's a win, right? No matter how you get it.
You gotta take them however you get them, man.
He could have been sitting in his living room and won that game.
Yeah.
So hey, that's your foosball. That's your foosball rundown, and we're gonna keep on bringing more foosball. I think it's really fun. And the thing is that the people that buy the really nice tables for their establishments, man, those are good, solid, sturdy tables, man.
The ones that we played on at Penn's Mechanical were like the Tornado tables, which are, for me, are really hard. I believe it's like the ball's a lot faster. It's more of a rubber ball that gives you a little more speed on it. But they play so good. It's so fun.
Wow.
We gotta. But I do want my rematch.
Great Bearded Glory. That's foos porn for a Great Bearded Glory right there. Foos porn. He likes that stuff.
But if you have never been to the Columbus Square Bowling Palace, that place is beautiful. I mean, it has I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's over. I think it has the most lanes in Columbus. I believe it's 64.
Wow.
I'm not 100% sure, but I know it has.
Have they hosted some big ones?
They really they haven't done any of the PBA events, but they do have some really nice, really large tournaments for bowling. But it's a nice place. They have some really good specials.
Now in foosball, I've got a Hasher buddy that hosts a lot of events and campouts at his place down in Darbydale area, and he his name's Teen Laquifa, and he plays different rules.
Freaking hashers, man!
They actually play with 2 balls on the table. I don't know if anybody's ever done that, but you can't. You don't score.
Played with 2 balls.
You don't score unless all your balls are in the goal simultaneously. So you got to score twice quick to get 1 point. It's pretty cool.
Oh wow!
It changes the game entirely.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. We've got the next 2 Tuesdays. We've got some game changers, and when it comes down to sports, and I'm telling you right now, I'm definitely beating Chief next Tuesday. Oh, wait, no, he's actually going to be there. He wasn't going to be there. That's why I said I was going to beat him, but that's right. He actually is going to be there now. But I don't want to tell everybody.
We're moving quick enough.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell everybody right yet, but we're going to a really cool place next week as well. And then we just confirmed for the following Tuesday as well. We just booked for a place there. Things are packing up for the Beer Monger sessions in May. It's going to be a lot of fun. But let me tell you right now, nothing is going to be normal. You better believe that. Not right here on the Beer Monger sessions.
Not your typical sports show.
No, we're not. But, hey, let's jump into one of our other sports right here, and that's going to be the World Series of Beer Pong. All right, real quick. We got 2 minutes. Las Vegas, June 1st through the 5th, 2017. Moms and dads, if you're listening out there, pack your kids up, send them to Vegas, because it's time for your college kid to pay off some of that tuition. Or better yet, send some money home for mom and dad and take a vacation, because you deserve one. All right, the World Series of Beer Pong is the largest, longest-running organized beer pong tournament in the world, created by beer pong players for the beer pong players. Past events have drawn over 1,000 participants from 45 U.S. states, 5 Canadian provinces, offering the largest payout in beer pong history of $65,000 plus prize pool. Yes, I said $65,000 in prize pool. Games are played on 8-foot beer pong tables, and the World Series of Beer Pong rules govern all gameplay. Players must buy into the event at any time prior to May 15th. Right around the corner once again, May 15th for the buy-in, or they must choose to win their way in the event by competing in the official World Series of Beer Pong satellite tournaments. You can find all this information on www.bpong.com, www.bpong.com. And this is going down at the Westgate Las Vegas Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. All right, the Las Vegas Resort and Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada at 3000 Paradise Road, Las Vegas, Nevada 89109. Once again, that is the World Series of Beer Pong, June 1st, 2017 at 2 p.m. at the Westgate Las Vegas Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. There it is. That's your World Series Beer Pong rundown right here on the Beer Monger Sessions. So college kids, you're on break right now. Get your butts out there and make some of that tuition money. Hey, we'll be right back. This is the Beer Monger Sessions, Show 29.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Are you a sports fan? Do you have a mobile phone? Great, that's all you need to stay up to date with ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, with original talk shows starting every 2 hours, covering every sport from every angle.
From basketball
to hockey
to martial arts.
Fantasy football.
We cover all Ohio sports. Just go to ScoreOnAir.com or download the TuneIn Radio app and search Score On Air. You'll be part of the action in no time. Whether you're stuck in traffic, at the grocery store, studying at the library, anywhere for that matter. Tune in anytime to get your sports fix. Follow us on social media or go to scoreonair.com for even more original content, including play-by-play of local high school and college games, sports articles, and podcasts. Scoreonair.com is your home for the best analysis, coverage, and lukewarm sports takes. The best part, we're broadcasting live right here in Columbus.
IO.
Scoreonair.com, the new generation of sports talk radio.
The Score.
NWA Midwest Championship Wrestling is looking for interns. Have you heard of Ric Flair? Well, this is the company that brought you Ric Flair before he went to the WWE, and we're looking for interns to work behind the scenes hand in hand with production, with audio, with video, and with podcasts and radio. Contact Damon Dury, the big dog, at 740-971-3968.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
The new generation of sports talk radio. Here's your ScoreOnAir.com Score Center update.
Major League home run leader Eric Thames scored twice before leaving with an injury, and Orlando Arcia homered and had 3 RBIs, leading the Milwaukee Brewers to a 9-4 win over the Reds on Wednesday to complete a 3-game sweep. Reds began a series in St. Louis versus the Cardinals on Friday. First pitch is at 8:15 on Fox Sports Reds. Dallas Keuchel, 2 years removed from winning the Cy Young Award in 2015, gave up a home run early, but otherwise handled the Indians in business-like fashion Tuesday night in Houston's 4-2 victory at Progressive Field. Right-hander Trevor Bauer will face the Astros and right-hander Lance McCullers Jr. on Wednesday night at 6:10 on Sports Time, Ohio. T-minus 1 day to the NFL draft and counting, and we might have a Lyle Collins situation on our hands. Police in Ohio are investigating whether first-round lock cornerback Garyon Conley of Ohio State was involved in a sexual assault earlier this month in Cleveland.
This is from Conley. The allegations against me concerning the night of April 8 and 9 that have recently been reported in multiple media outlets are completely false, Conley says.
Former New York Yankees shortstop Derek Jeter is part of a group led by ex-Florida Governor Jeb Bush to purchase the Miami Marlins after submitting a bid of $1.3 billion. That's according to multiple reports. For the latest news, scores, and updates, keep it locked right here to the new generation of Sports Talk Radio. ScoreOnAir.com, The Score.
You're listening to the home of heart-pounding, adrenaline-pumping sports.
Broadcasting from Ohio Media School in the greatest city in the state.
In the greatest state in the country.
In the greatest country in the world.
You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com.
Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Are you looking for a new career? Not just a job, but a fulfilling career? If you want to work in media, radio, television, sports broadcasting, or film and video production, you need to check out the Ohio Media School's Columbus campus today. Their updated radio and television broadcasting program will even have you ready to work in a field you'll love in just 8 months. Stop by the Ohio Media School's audio and video studios today to see it for yourself. Visit beonair.com. That's beonair.com.
You like talking Buckeyes?
Yes! Oh my God!
So do we. Just not all the time.
We're home for the largest variety of sports talk. This is the new generation of sports talk radio. ScoreOnAir.com, The Score.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the show. This is CBJ Crosscheck on the new generation of Sports Talk Radio, The Score, WSOA. If you've missed the first 2 seconds,
we get it, living in Ohio. We do it like there's no tomorrow. We in it to win it, and we win it like it's the lotto. We hit 'em and hit 'em again like a semi-auto. Bang, 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 that's the motto. Bang, 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 that's the motto. Bang, 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 that's the motto. Bang, bang, bang. That's the motto.
Bang. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. A little bit of Ohio bringing us back in from the break. Aunt Loicano. That's our way of saying that's our boy, that's our music, the beer monger Chesson style. But that's what we can do down here on The Score.
It's nice hearing him on the radio again.
I know. It's
Yeah,
real
it
nice
is.
to hear on the radio. I haven't heard him for a few weeks.
Missed him, man. Missed him.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Oh,
All right.
he's,
And I know he's out there listening, too. That's the
He's
best
doing
part.
some recording today.
Yeah. He's always working on his craft, that's for sure.
He's at Fourth Row Studios today.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I want to go ahead and get into a little bit of competitive eats. Hey, Bader, why don't you hand me my phone over there real quick? Thank you, sir. We all know we talked a few shows ago. I just want to reiterate it that Nathan's Hot Dog is now officially, as of a couple months ago, the official hot dog of Major League Baseball. So it's good that Nathan's famous hot dog since 1916 has made its way into Major League Baseball and is making that, I guess, that American tradition keep coming through, you know. I don't know how many hot dogs I can eat nowadays, but these people that are stuffing all these hot dogs in themselves, pretty freaking amazing. You know what I'm saying? Really, really amazing.
But amazing is one way of putting it. Kind of nasty is another way.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it is nasty. It's definitely nasty. But
I like a good dog every now and then, but I don't know about.
Yeah.
What was that record?
48 or
48.
It was probably more than that.
All right, well, here, this is gonna blow you away right here. This is gonna blow you away.
What were you dipping in beer, Master Chief?
Pizza.
Oh, it's pizza eating contest?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not nasty.
No,
Well,
it was awesome.
Well, here we had the sweet corn fiesta. All right, the prizes were the total prizes were just over $6,000 purse of for the sweet corn festival. All right, Carmen Sincati won this event. Okay, and in 12 minutes, ate 61.75 ears of sweet corn.
Holy cow!
Wow, that's 12 minutes. Ate almost 62 ears of sweet corn. I wonder if it was the sweet corn warm? I don't know. That is insane. That's absolutely insane. You know, and we've got the Mystic Lake Casino Hotel World Taco Eating Championship on 5/5/17. And you know, I've been following the competitive eating events, and they all go. They all go to these events.
Someone in Florida.
That would be a taco eating competition on Cinco de Mayo this Friday.
0003 OG came in second with 49 ears. Yasser Salam came in at third place with 45, and you had the Badlands Booker at 31. I Am Dud Light at 29 and a quarter. And Jaws We Trust, which is new to the game, came in at sixth at 27 and three quarters. Mr. Rodriguez at 20, and then Matt Matador came in eighth place with a lowly 17, unfortunately. And that was right there from Miami Beach, Florida. Miami Beach, Florida, right there. So that's really, really cool. And all you Nathan's hot dog eating fanatics, if you're in the Cincinnati, Kentucky, or Indiana area, you can get to that Cincinnati Reds ballpark men and women's qualifier at May 19th in Cincinnati, Ohio, at Cincinnati Reds ballpark for the Nathan's hot dog eating competition. Make sure you get to that qualifier if you want a shot at being Nathan's top dog eating.
The action photos for the sweet corn eating contest is awesome. There's corn everywhere. Look at that dude.
That
just
was
covered.
That was like eating one ear of corn every 11 seconds.
Yeah.
Like,
look at that dude. He's just like, you just get your bottom tooth and you're just like,
I'm surprised they didn't rip their teeth out. I wonder, somebody had to pull a tooth out or something.
You know what? Oh, geez.
Oh my goodness. This guy's covered head to toe in corn remnants.
Oh man, yeah, it's
like
crazy. It's up in his eyes and stuff.
It's crazy.
Oh, look at that. It's like, I mean, he can't even see.
You know,
and at the end, you know, how much corn is stuck in their teeth? Like, I can't get 2 bites in the ear of corn without having to pick something out. You know, I don't even know if I could
Keep on eating with
yeah.
all the chunks in your teeth.
Yeah, I mean, at some point I just have to be like, man, I got to clean up. I'm not very presentable right
Well, it's
now.
like mud in your fingernails. It starts to hurt at some point.
Yeah. Be all spread apart. It's like your teeth are trying to just...
Yeah, I mean, it just gets down in your teeth. That's what I don't really like. I don't care for. But check this out. On May 13th, 2017, the Owensboro International Barbecue Festival World Mutton Sandwich Eating Championship. Chopped mutton sliders. $4,000 total in prize purse. So, yeah, it's going to be...
Mutton eating?
Mutton eating, yeah. And these guys... and then you have the West Virginia Three Rivers Festival Pepperoni Roll Eating World Championships. It's pepperoni rolls, and it's got a $5,000 total cash purse. These people are going all over the place. This is only in West Virginia, the big deal. The big deal.
I'm not a competitive eater.
No, I'm not saying you go and get in it. I'm saying I want to go watch it.
Let's do it.
I want to go watch it. I want to go meet some of these big time. Hey, I want to know why the LA Beast isn't going to these things. He eats light bulbs. He eats anything that's hot. If he could scoop lava up in a spoon, the LA Beast would eat it. I'm telling you. He's going for a Guinness Book of World Record here soon with ghost pepper. He's going to eat ghost peppers.
Oh my goodness, that would.
I think it's today.
That would be horrible.
Yeah, go check out the LA Beast on YouTube because he does all sorts of crazy stuff that I love watching, and me and my 19-year-old son like to watch together. So, but here's the West Virginia Three Rivers Festival Pepperoni Eating World Championship. Like I said, $5,000 total cash purse, and that's right there in West Virginia. All right. And then to round out your May competitive eating around the country, we have the first annual Tivoli Fest World Ebelskiver Eating Championship. Chief, what is an Ebelskivers?
I have no idea.
What is that? An Ebleskivers.
Ebelskiver, okay.
Skive. Ebleskivers.
Aebleski. Oh, there's a bunch of different ways to spell it. I don't know what it is. It's a nice, simple recipe, though, according to the Food Network.
It's a Danish dish.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's
like a donut.
It's like, okay, it's a donut. All right, so I guess it's like a donut. And it's a $4,000 total cash prize, and that's on the 27th of May, and that'll be the first annual Tivoli Fest World Ebelskiver Eating Competition.
Yeah, it has like fruit and stuff on the inside. It's like a
cream-filled donut, like with fruit or something.
It's jelly.
I was gonna say that sounds pretty awesome.
It's a jelly.
All right. Well, hey, that was your May competitive eating rundown. But hey, I'm still trying to get the LA Beast in here. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds crazy. Everybody's got their people that they want to bring in on their show or on our show. We all have our own people that we'd really like to get in here. But I like to get the LA Beast because I know if I could get the LA Beast in here, we'd be able to get him to eat something crazy. And maybe he might even go for a Guinness World Record on the show. That would be cool. But hey, we had Allison Fisher on the show, so you know what? We can get anybody on the show at this point. That's the way I feel right now. So that's what I feel. Now, let's talk about some pinball. Let's get the pinball rundown real quick. We're going to go ahead and give you a quick pinball rundown. What's going on in a little bit of the country in the upcoming weeks. All right, you got the Kid Force Friday Night Knockout in Berea, Ohio, and that's on the 5th of May. All right, you've got on the May 5th, the Friday Night Pinball Fights in Des Moines, Iowa, and it's a main tournament, and that's Friday Night Pinball Fights, Des Moines, Iowa. You've got on May 7th, the One Up Loto monthly tournament in Denver, Colorado. Once again, that's Denver, Colorado, the One Up Loto monthly tournament. Yeah, pinball. Gotta love that. And then on May 8th, you have the OBX Pinball Weekly Pinball Tournament right there at Grandy, North Carolina. Nothing like having a pinball tournament at the Outer Banks. You know what I'm saying? Sounds like a lot of fun. On May 8th, Stonehenge Knockout Series 3 in Akron, Ohio. And that is a big-time main tournament right there. And then on May 8th as well, Monday Night Pinball in Cleveland, Ohio. A lot of stuff going on up there in that northeast part of Ohio and pinball. And then on May 9th, you have the weekly Wizard Pinball in Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland seems to be a hotbed for pinball right now. And then on May 11th, the Devil's Head EM only tournament, and that is going to be in Inglewood, Colorado. And once again, they have the Devil Heads backup tournament once again as well in Inglewood. A lot of stuff going on in Inglewood on May 11th in pinball that day. And on May 12th, the Arcade Legacy Bar free monthly in Cincinnati, Ohio, taking it down south to the Kentucky area in Cincinnati, Ohio. And then May 12th, the Kid Force Friendly Night Knockout once again at Barra, Ohio. There's a lot of stuff going on right here in Ohio. The Pins and Pedals Boulder Pin Golf at Boulder, Colorado. That sounds cool, too, right there. And that's going down on May 13th at Pins and Pedals Boulder in Boulder, Colorado. And that main is Pin Golf. You've got the Silver Spur Monthly Tournament on May 14th in Denver, Colorado as well. And then you have the Level Up Monthly Pinball Tournament as well on May 14th in Raleigh, North Carolina.
That's a lot of pinball, man. Get out there.
And I'm telling you right now, I'm not even reading half of it. Once again, May 15th, get out to the Outer Banks Pinball Weekly Pinball Tournament at Grandy, North Carolina. And then you have the Monday Night Pinball on the 15th in Cleveland. You've got May 15th in Akron as well, the same night at Stonehenge. And then Brookfield, Illinois at Brixie's Monthly, May 16th. Once again, Brixie's Monthly at Brookfield, Illinois. All right. And then to round out our pinball rundown, we've got May 16th at Cafe One, the Wizard Beach Bailers, and that's going to be at Ormond Beach, Florida. Get there May 16th. And then on May 18th, the Lions Classic Pinball in Lyons, Colorado. And we will be talking more about Lyons, Colorado in just a bit. And our final tournament of the Pinball Rundown is going to be the Pin Plunge Off Anti-Drain Fest Pinball Tournament in Las Vegas, Nevada on May 19th. Right there is your pinball rundown on the Beer Monger Sessions. Stay with us. We got a lot more to talk about. We'll be right back.
This is Bob McElligott, the radio voice of the Columbus Blue Jackets, and you're listening to the new generation of sports talk radio. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Hey guys, Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Get the training you need to get a job you will love. The Ohio Media School has classes in radio, television, sports broadcasting, and film and video production. Visit BeOnAir.com today to get started. That's BeOnAir.com.
What's good, Big Game James?
How you feeling, D.O. Jr.?
My guy, I'm super excited. High school sports is starting back, man.
Man, I'm even more excited because we got this new show starting. Tell the people what we doing, D.O. Jr.
Man, we starting the Central Ohio High School Showcase, the COHSS.
That's right. We're covering football, basketball, baseball, soccer, volleyball, and track and field. If it's in season, we own it.
Hey, you know we do this for the kids, man. You can listen live by going to ScoreOnAir.com via the TuneIn app or watch us streaming live by going to the Score On Air YouTube channel.
The COHSS, giving you nothing less, showcasing Central Ohio's best.
I'm Jake Safranco with your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Now here's the Sports Doc, Dr. Chris Stankovich.
When we think of athletes like Derek Jeter, Kobe Bryant, or Tom Brady, often the first word that comes to mind is clutch. These are the types of athletes who seem to perform their best when the pressure is on. Did you know that clutch athletes aren't necessarily born that way? But what separates them from the competition is that clutch players are not afraid to fail. That's the biggest difference. In fact, they want the ball when the game is on the line. You know, in order to really solidify this point, you might want to go back to an old Michael Jordan commercial where he talked about not how many shots he made when the game was on the line, but how many times he missed. So it's important that we note, in order to perform our best in clutch situations, we have to want the ball in those situations, and we cannot be afraid to fail. Otherwise, we will fail in clutch situations.
This has been your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Enrolling now, visit BeOnAir.com.
The Score wants to make you, you, a winner. Each week, ScoreOnAir.com is giving away a prize pack that'll knock your socks off.
Ouch, hey, that hurt.
How? First of all, like us on Facebook. And every Monday, we will pin up a post to the top of our feed, updating you on what the week's prize and contest details are. Now here, take your socks back. A winner will be selected every week at 7 p.m. Friday on our combat sports show, Tyson's Punch-Out. So give us a call or text to get qualified. This is your home for the new generation of Sports Talk Radio and weekly prize giveaways. Here's how to qualify. Message us on Facebook at Your Score on Air or Twitter, also at Your Score on Air with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth. Or you could just simply call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to qualify to win T-shirts, sporting memorabilia, and more. This is your home for the new generation of Sports Talk Radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Tuesdays from 12 to 2 p.m. It's the Beer Monger Sports Sessions on ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, The Score. And it's not your regular sports show.
Hey guys, Scott Shelton here again, campus director for the Ohio Media School. Are you looking for a career in media, radio, television, sports broadcasting, or film and video production? You need to come check out the Ohio Media School's Columbus campus. You want a job that you will love, and we have the training to get you started. Stop by the Ohio Media School's audio and video studios to check out the opportunities and internships that we have for our students and graduates. Call 614-655-5250 or visit beonair.com. That's beonair.com.
This is Tim from Sequoia Pro Bowl, and you're listening to the Beer Monger Sports Sessions on Score on Air.
Oh yeah, we're back. We're back to hear Tim Voss. Tim Voss bringing us back in from the break. Heck yeah. From Sequoia Pro Bowl. What an awesome place that was when we went there.
We'll be going there real soon again.
Yes, we will be. Did you want to?
The 28th. You can. I don't know the details on the contest, but how are they going to be able to win a prize package to bowl with the Beer Mongers, Spartan?
Well, I'll tell you how that's going to happen. What you're going to do is you're going to call in. You're going to leave your name. You're going to leave your email. That's what's going to happen. And we're going to go ahead and make some imaging up, and you're going to hear a commercial. You're going to hear how you can go ahead and win. Hanging out and partying with the Beer Mongers at Sequoia Pro Bowl. Wow.
It's going to be 2 hours of bowling, up to 10 people. We're going to have a blast. I mean, it'll be absolutely fun. It'll be just as fun as it was last time, especially with the weather getting warm. There's the beach volleyball and everything else to do out there. So come and join us.
That's right.
If you can beat Spartan's two-handed bowl.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm coming for you, to be honest. I'm coming for you.
It's going to be an easy day for you. I'll be in Florida.
Oh, wow. Looks like I got the win on that one. Woo!
Says you at least have a chance.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll pre-bowl.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, you can do a satellite bowl from Florida, wherever the heck you're at.
I'll be on the road. I'll be on the road at that time on my way down.
Yeah. You can stop at a bowling alley on the way down or something. But hey, let's get into we have the cereal baiter in here, and before our other guests get here, we have to talk. And Bader, you had one of your big explain to us and all of our listeners out there the big hash running event that you guys had. Was it 2 weekends ago, correct?
Yeah, there's different kinds of hashes.
Go ahead, Bader. Go ahead and give our viewers, without going rated R, let's go ahead and teeter up to that line and maybe lean over it just a little bit, all right?
So the different kinds of hashes, a regular hash is where you have a 3 to 5 mile trail. Sometimes there'll be, further stints for better runners, faster runners, and shorter stints for slower runners or walkers. So the trail might divide up. Here in Columbus, we don't do a lot of that because most of our people are the slower runner variety. But you have regular runs with beer nears on them, and then you have pub crawls, which is what we're going to be doing this Friday out of Slammers on East Long Street downtown. That's a pub crawl on Friday at 5:30 with Stranger Danger Zone and Immaculate Projection are the hairs for that one.
You guys, man. You guys have roller derby names. You got roller derby names.
We think long and hard about them.
Yeah, I bet you guys do. I bet you do. Weirdos. I love you guys.
So and then we have we had an anniversary, which is our term for anniversary. But we had an anal up in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It was 3 weekends ago. I went up to that one in a clown car with a lot of Columbus people, and we invaded them. They had about a 35-person turnout, so it was pretty good. But F Troop, they do all their beer nears, like we might do a bag in the woods here and there. Most of their
explain to our viewers, our listeners and viewers, what a beer near is.
Well, a beer near is where you're on trail, and the fast runners are running hard and finding the checks, which separate the trail left, right, forward, backward. You have to figure out which way it goes. So the fast runners get to the so-called beer near first, and they have to stop, and then it lets the slower runners and the walkers catch up. And because the reason that they have to stop is that you have to either wait for the last runner at let's say it's at a bar, like Fort Wayne does. Their beer nears mostly at dive bars, or cheap beers available. Or in Columbus, we do a lot of beer nears, like a bag of beer in the woods or a shot near or something like that. But still, there will be 20 beers in a bag, and the fastest runner, if he drinks all 20 beers, he can motor on. But that just doesn't happen. He's going to stand there and drink, a beer or two and wait for the rest of the pack. The pack's going to get there, and then we drink all the beer, and then everybody can leave. This hash up in Fort Wayne was that style, where they have we had a couple of beer nears. Oh, it was pretty awesome. One of the beer nears was at the Navy Club in New Haven. And they had, just coincidentally, they had a prime rib dinner at 10 o'clock, or at 4 o'clock for $10. And it was like 3:45 when we got there. I'm like, holy crap. And so I got myself prime rib on trail with all the fixins.
Oh, wow.
And $10
Wow.
the Navy Club.
I
And
can't
then
get prime rib anywhere.
Yeah. And then, the Columbus Hashers dove in on that one. And then we had, our Renegade event, which is here in Columbus, and we called this Renegade event Cow Tipping Weekend in deference to our lineage on Cow Town here in Columbus. Cowtown was the original hash 18 years ago in Columbus.
I gotta ask a question real quick. Back to the prime rib. You guys didn't talk them down to $5 or something like that? Because I know how you hashers are. You're always haggling for something.
Well, it was $10 for a full dinner.
I understand that, but I also know how you guys are. That's never good enough. You sure you didn't get down to $8, $9.50?
Well, okay, the time of the event, you're kind of screwed because you're there. But if you go into a bar a week early, or a month early or whatever, and you guys are like, hey, I'm gonna bring 10 or 20 people in for an hour or whatever. What can you do for us? We're gonna, get a little dispensation,
right,
from the owner. So, and that works for everybody's benefit, But we did pay the straight up $10 for the prime rib dinner, and then the Hares provided the beer because that was the beer near, and then so then fast forward 1 week, we went to a hotel hash. We had it at the Magnuson Grand Columbus North. That's at 161 and I-71, and we secured a ballroom. We actually put a $500 deposit on it 4 or 5 months ago, and but they were nice enough to allow us in there. See, generally when you get those ballrooms, you only get them for one night. We had it for the entire weekend for that, so we got it Friday night, and then we pack up on Sunday. And we were a little laggardly and hung around for a little while, finishing off the kegs. So it was a good time that weekend.
What now? I'll tell you what. Let's take a break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to talk more with the serial baiter about his adventures of these crazy weekends that he's been having with hash running and everything else he does, because he is the one and only serial baiter. Stay with us. This is Score on Air, Beer Monger Sessions, right here.
Broadcasting from the Score on Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
Are you a sports fan? Do you have a mobile phone? Great, that's all you need to stay up to date with ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, with original talk shows starting every 2 hours, covering every sport from every angle.
From basketball
to hockey
to martial arts.
Fantasy football.
We cover all Ohio sports. Just go to ScoreOnAir.com or download the TuneIn Radio app and search Score On Air. You'll be part of the action in no time. Whether you're stuck in traffic, at the grocery store, studying at the library, anywhere for that matter. Tune in anytime to get your sports fix. Follow us on social media or go to ScoreOnAir.com for even more original content, including play-by-play of local high school and college games, sports articles, and podcasts. ScoreOnAir.com is your home for the best analysis, coverage, and lukewarm sports takes. The best part, we're broadcasting live right here in Columbus.
OH.
ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio.
The Score.
In a small village in Romania, after the 8th grade, students desiring to attend high school must pay their own way for transportation. From the village of Mochu to Cluj to Apahita, it costs $350 American per year per child for the bus ride of over 1 hour each way. With your help, 8 Roma children will be able to accomplish something their parents and grandparents could not do. Most of their parents have not received an elementary education. This year, 3 boys and 5 girls can have that chance to attend high school. Will you help? Please make a donation of whatever you can to help these 8 children get their high school education. Make your donations payable to Worthington Presbyterian Church, 773 North High Street, Worthington, Ohio, 43085. And add on the memo line, bus transportation. Your donation will make a dream become a reality.
The new generation of sports talk radio. Here's your ScoreOnAir.com Score Center update.
Major League home run leader Eric Thames scored twice before leaving with an injury, and Orlando Arcia homered and had 3 RBIs, leading the Milwaukee Brewers to a 9-4 win over the Reds on Wednesday to complete a 3-game sweep. Reds began a series in St. Louis versus the Cardinals on Friday. First pitch is at 8:15 on Fox Sports Reds. Dallas Keuchel, 2 years removed from winning the Cy Young Award in 2015, gave up a home run early, but otherwise handled the Indians in business-like fashion Tuesday night in Houston's 4-2 victory at Progressive Field. Right-hander Trevor Bauer will face the Astros and right-hander Lance McCullers Jr. on Wednesday night at 6:10 on Sports Time, Ohio. T-minus 1 day to the NFL draft and counting, and we might have a Lyle Collins situation on our hands. Police in Ohio are investigating whether first-round lock cornerback Garyon Conley of Ohio State was involved in a sexual assault earlier this month in Cleveland.
This is from Conley. The allegations against me concerning the night of April 8 and 9 that have recently been reported in multiple media outlets are completely false, Conley says.
Former New York Yankees shortstop Derek Jeter is part of a group led by ex-Florida Governor Jeb Bush to purchase the Miami Marlins after submitting a bid of $1.3 billion. That's according to multiple reports. For the latest news, scores, and updates, keep it locked right here to the new generation of Sports Talk Radio. ScoreOnAir.com, The Score.
You're listening to the home of the latest sports news and updates in Columbus.
Streaming live on YouTube and the worldwide TuneIn Radio app. This is ScoreOnAir.com.
You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio in Columbus.
Online sports radio, WSOA ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Welcome back to CBJ Crosscheck on the new generation Sports Talk Radio, The Score, ScoreOnAir.com.
I like the flair you put into that.
Thank you. I work real hard on that. I am the meatball. We got Maddie Mayo, Maddie Cage.
Maddie whatever.
What did we Kegs?
Yeah, Maddie Kegs it was. It was Maddie Mayo. It was never Maddie Ice, unfortunately. was
that, well, Matty Ice is taking this. That's not at all an original.
I know
You're better than that.
But that wasn't original for anyone.
That's true. I think it was original for
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan.
The Falcon, yeah, maybe.
Wasn't it?
It might be.
Well, we started calling him Matt Calvert Matty Ice, too. And that makes more sense.
I know.
And that makes more sense.
Because he's on ice, right? Everybody's Matty Ice. Hey, everybody, this is Matty Ice. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, go ahead and skip that article out about Oscar Dance for the moment. We're going to come back to that in the second hour as well. Zach Werenski. Now, we talked about him a little bit in the second segment when we were talking about awards that some of the Jackets are up for. Zach Werenski needs to be part of the conversation when it comes to the Calder Trophy. Not the Calder Cup, the Calder Trophy. The Calder Cup is what you win if you win the AHL championship. The Calder Trophy is what you win if you're the NHL Rookie of the Year. And now, and I said this a couple of weeks ago when I was on with an Ohio Bias, because I was bored and I just kind of walked in on him. We were talking about this, and I said, now, the Jackets legitimately should have 3 or 4 members of the team win awards this year. How many will actually win? Probably 1, maybe 2. And I can see, okay, I don't see how anyone takes away the Vezina from Bob. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
The only guy who's close.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Bringing it in with a little bit of sound blade. Yeah, man. I'm definitely going to miss. That's the part I'm going to miss the most about making this collaboration and not being able to spin the full tracks of our Beer Monger Sessions featured music artists. You know what I'm saying? But we will find a way to keep bringing us back into the show with our awesome artists that we started out with. But without further ado, let's jump right back into the Bader. And when I say Bader, that's the cereal. Bader, hash running extraordinaire. If you caught some of the earlier shows, the Beer Monger Sports Sessions, he did a couple cameos. He's been a cameo on the WDG. You know, everybody's got to have a Baba Booey. Oh, or a Beetlejuice. Oh. But no, we got a Bader. That's what we have. We have a Serial Bader. So, Serial Bader, tell us. Let's jump right back into and continue the awesomeness that you got to go through with your group of hash runners.
Well, see, I was told in previous shows that I was an athlete, and then I purported myself, well, if I'm an athlete, then I'm at the top of my game right now.
Nice. You are an athlete, Bader.
So there's a lot of different kinds of hashes, and the one we did, we try to do a hotel hash once a year. We weren't able to get it organized a year ago, but we've been doing it for years before. And with Renegade, kind of an upstart kennel here in the last 2-3 years, we were able to pull off a hotel hash at the Magnuson Grand, and so most people end up getting a hotel room. I live in just up past the zoo, but that would have been a 20-minute drive home. And I'm not doing that and playing this game. Or, you know, you end up spending a pile of money on an Uber or a cab ride to and fro. So it made sense. They cut a deal with us, as you might have guessed, to have a $55 a night room. And so a lot of people came in from out of town. For the Fort Wayne hash, they had people from all over the region. We had people from Tennessee, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Michigan, and, of course, Indiana. And so we brought in all these people from all over the place and hosted by people here in Columbus. And we had people from our Ohio kennels as well, from Dayton and Cincinnati. And, you know, people from all over the place come to these big events regionally, and people plan their entire summer or year on which events they're going to go, and they sign up and they re-go or register for events ahead of time. The one in Fort Wayne was, what was it? It was $40. We ended up getting a nice sweatshirt and as the haberdashery up there, and then down here we did it. This one was
wait. What did you say?
Haberdashery.
What in the heck is that?
Well, that's just it's the gear that has our logo. and so forth on it. It's just what we call in the hash what you get or can buy with the hash logo on it.
Swag.
Yeah,
There you go.
I was going to say you
Swag.
guys.
Yeah, there
you
you
guys
go.
don't call anything by its regular name.
No.
Especially each other.
We have I try to dumb it down here on the radio show for everybody because it's just such a complex. If you're not into it, it's just like anything else. Deal talks about pool and he uses technical terms, and if you're not into pool, you don't get it. And haberdashery is what we gave out a popcorn bag that had never had, it was brand new, but it had a T-shirt in it, which was bright neon yellow with our kennel symbol on the front, and then the hash foot on the back. And then the foot's kind of the adopted symbol of the hash, and the bunny is kind of the adopted symbol or animal mascot of the hash. So a lot of kennels do bunnies in different ways. Ours is sitting there staring at you, looking at you a little happy, and he has a beer mug in his hand, of course. And then we had some other trinkets in there that were pretty fun. And actually, that was the first distribution of our patch, our first Renegade patch that we made. We got a couple hundred of those printed up from RJ Powers up in Ashley does patches, and he gave us a really good deal on the patches. We might have negotiated.
Is that the same place that does the ribbons and trophies?
I don't know about ribbons and trophies, but they do textile stuff. And then, so they do shirts and stuff like that. We actually got the shirt from Graphic Stitch in Marysville, who we've been going through for several runs of these things. And they do a really good job for us, and they're pretty affordable. So the event was a hotel hash. So we got all these out-of-towners, all these locals staying at the hotel. Now, some people go home, some people Uber home. But I always stay at the hotel because I don't want to fiddle with going somewhere else. And now... it's a 3-day event, so you got events almost all the time. And I literally mean almost, because Friday I came in, I picked up the beer from our one of our sponsors, Barley Hopsters, gave us a decent deal on some beer, and I brought the kegs down, and I set them all up, and I had other people to get there about 2 or 3 o'clock. They were setting up the hospitality area. Which is, instead of hospitality, we say hospitality. But it was the ballroom. And so we had it all set up when, people started arriving at 4 or 5 or 6 o'clock. And then I actually begged off when after the crew went on the pub crawl. We had a yellow bus come in, and they picked up the hashers, and they went on an A to Z pub crawl that night. They started out at Actual, went to the Cara Bar, and ended up at Zooey's.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I wasn't there. I saw all the pictures and got a lot of stories. I had to go home and babysit the kids while my wife got to do the pub crawling, because my wife, Beaver to Cleavage, is...
Say, what was that again? What's your wife's name?
Did I just zoom over that one? Her name is Beavet to Cleavage.
Beavet to Cleavage.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Again, I'm not going to tell you the naming story on these names. She did earn that one.
Well, you're not allowed to, from what I understand. And
that's my rule. I mean, not all hashers go by it, but, I'm trying to get people to come to the hash.
I would stick with that rule. I think it's a great rule to have.
Yeah.
It's an enticement. If you really want to know about the hash, and you got to see it firsthand. It's not a spectator sport.
No, not at all.
You got to dive in. It's like Tough Mudder or something like that. It's funny when all these Tough Mudders and stuff came out. I talked to my brother about it, and we were just like, it's kind of like hashing, except it's organized and you got to pay a big pile of money for it.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit, I guess, maybe dirtier, but not a whole lot more. That run that we did was pretty miserable and cold and wet and muddy and fun.
It was a lot of fun. So this weekend was nonstop. It was 24/7 for 3 days. And so Saturday morning comes. So Saturday morning, I actually dropped off my wife, and then took care of the beer and did everything with the hospitality ballroom, and then I went home. and she went out and did the pub crawl and had an awesome time. And then I come back, and I get back to I actually dropped off the beer near for the trail that day on the way down, because I've got my buddy Chief Ripplehole let us put beer at his at his house that day. And so then I drove to the hotel, woke my wife up.
And
you keep talking.
Go ahead.
And then
sorry, I hit the wrong button, baby.
All right.
I hit the wrong button over here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I drop off the beer. I go back to the hotel, and I give her the car keys and go to the hospitality area and open it up. And so the hospitality area was open and ready for business at 7 o'clock in the morning. So if you wanted a beer, it was available. And then I went out and set the trail.
That's my type of hospitality right there.
Yes. We had a couple of kegs on tap all weekend.
What did you have? What did you have on tap?
We had the Wolf's Ridge IPA. I forget which one it was.
It's got to be the
Driftwood?
Driftwood.
Yes,
yeah.
it was the Driftwood.
Yeah.
It was the Driftwood. And then we had the Elevator Extra, which is their light lager. And there were a couple of comments that we needed a slut beer on tap, but I thought the Elevator Extra was a good light beer. Some people wanted your Miller Lite or your basic Bud Light, but, you'll always have people whining and complaining.
Yeah. That's what I think about your Bud Light right there.
So then we had a tray. Well, what did we do? Actually, I wasn't even there for the beer mile. The beer mile was at 11 a.m. I was out setting the trail for the marquee event of the weekend, was the trail itself. And we had 4 athletes, if you will, perform the beer mile, and so that's 5 beers in 1 mile. You do a beer, do a quarter, beer, quarter, beer, quarter, beer, quarter, beer. So the official beer mile is 4 beers, where we don't finish our beer mile until we're done with the 5th beer.
The last beer.
Yeah, you got to drink the because I actually finished. We had a girl relay team a couple of years ago, and I entered in the beer mile, and I finished behind. I got lapped, or not lapped, but I got passed by the anchor of the girl team, and she's in there, and then all the girls had to drink their 2nd beer. Well, I get in, and I've got to finish my 5th beer. And so they're drinking, their 2nd beer. And the girls, their penalty for having a team is that all of them had to finish before the team was done. Well, I was able to slam my beer home before all 4 got finished with their beers somehow.
Yes.
Man, I tell you what, man, we could sit here and talk all day about hashing, but you're going to have to hold that story, Bader, because we'll be right back with more Serial Bader, Ultimate Hash Runner Extraordinaire. We'll be right back on the Beer Monger Sessions.
This is Bob McElligott, the radio voice of the Columbus Blue Jackets, and you're listening to the new generation of sports talk radio. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Nasty's Sports Bar in Reynoldsburg is under new management. Located at 6150 East Main Street, the home for Taco Tuesday is rejuvenated and the home for great food and family fun. Nasty's Sports Bar is a great place for happy hour, serving $2 domestics, $3 glasses of wine, and $5 appetizers, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 614-864-2827 to find out the daily specials. Nasty's. Great food, family fun, with a cool name.
Listen to ScoreOnAir.com for your chance to win. Every Friday, we will be giving away a prize pack, and here's how you can qualify. Send us a message with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth to our Facebook or Twitter accounts. Just search Your Score on Air, or you can call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to win. It's that easy. A new winner will be selected every Friday at 7 p.m. This is your home for the new generation of sports talk radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
I'm Jake Safranco with your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Now here's the Sports Doc, Dr. Chris Stankovich.
Does your son or daughter struggle with nerves when it comes to competing in sports? If so, it's important to know that this is perfectly normal. In fact, professional athletes struggle with the very same anxieties that your son or daughter does while competing. Nerves are a result largely because of cognitive appraisals, and what that means is how we perceive things often dictates how our bodies will respond. You might want to think of this as fight or flight. In fact, when I work with athletes, I ask them, do they view pressure situations as challenges or do they see them as threats? If they view them as challenges, they often gain confidence, sharpen their focus, and become even more motivated to succeed. But if they see the situation as threatening, that's when anxiety creeps in and usually compounds matters. So it's important that you look at skills that can help, including deep breathing, using imagery, and reminding your child of the importance of positive self-talk.
This has been your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Enrolling now, visit beonair.com.
Are you a sports fan looking to expand your sports memorabilia collection? Well, First and Goal has you covered better than the Ohio State Secondary. First and Goal is your #1 place to find all the sports collectibles of your dreams. We are located at Polaris Fashion Place in Columbus and the mall at Fairfield Commons of Beaver Creek. Stop on in and you'll find autographed jerseys, helmets, photographs, and much more that will make you the envy of the neighborhood. Feel free to give us a call at 614-896-1016 for our store at Polaris, or call us at 937-427-4737 in Beaver Creek. For all your sports collectibles and more, it's First and Goal.
Oh, yeah. Beer Monger Sessions playlist feature artist right here next to Ken. Yeah. Picket Fences. And we are back. We are back. The Beer Monger Sessions number 29. 29, I am Spartan Biscuit.
Chad the Big Deal.
Master Chief Monger.
The Cereal Baiter.
Squiz in the house. What up?
Oh, yeah, and she's in the house right now, and this is the Be On Air Network, www.scoreonair.com. Check us out. All right. So, Bader, we got a couple more minutes to go ahead and chit-chat about everything. I seen some video, Bader. I seen some video on social media with really just kind of, I'll tell you what, man, you were obliterated towards the end of that. They had video of you. It was a tradition. Whatever was going on was tradition. And they looked like they were like showering you with gifts and stuff like that type stuff. Can you explain to me what that was? Was it had to do with like your Trail 69 or what was going on?
Yes,
there?
they were. It was my 69th trail with Renegade, and I'm kind of a repeat offender extraordinaire because this weekend's trail on Friday is I think it's Trail 79. So I've only missed 6-7 trails over the course of over the course of those 78 trails. And so one of our hashers, he had a mug made. We make these wood mugs, and he had it made with my name on it, and I got a little emotional about it. It was a surprise. He'd been sitting on it for a month because they told him it was going to take 2 months to make, and they got it in 2 weeks.
I saw that video. You look like you were having a lot of fun.
I was having a lot of fun. Well, and the tradition also is that the hares, everything's their fault on trail. So they have to, and we punish people that do things that you wrong. And herring, first off, is just straight up wrong to begin with. So you're drinking for that straight up. And so I was, I was drinking a lot of beer from those and of course I was drinking IPA all night. And we started at Actual Brewing. That was our first beer near. We actually started at the Magnuson, did some checks, ran around. I had the Eagles, which are the fast runners. I had them go loop around the Anheuser-Busch plant, which was pretty cool because you couldn't do that before that SEA logistics company. The Outlaw was sold by Anheuser-Busch. And then I had the turkeys just go straight to Actual. So they had a lot less distance to make up, and they actually got there just a little bit before my Eagles made it there. And so we were drinking heavy beer at Actual, and then we did a shot near over at my co-hair Blackwatch. He he has his son lives in some apartments in between there and Worthington. Well, that is Worthington, but between there and the park, just by the Worthington Railway, the Ohio Railway Museum. And so he's got his son lives there. So we did a shot near there in the parking lot. And then we did the final beer near of the trail over at my buddy Chief Ripplehole's house.
Which the beer near is, once again?
Beer near is where we leave some beer and you have to drink it, but nobody's allowed to leave until everybody gets there and drinks their beer. So all the beer has to be gone before you leave. And that was the beer I set up at the beginning of the trail. So there was 4 coolers of beer because we had 45 people at this event. So we were laying in some beer for all these hashers. Now, after that, we went back to the hotel, and that's where we do circle. That's where we circle up, and crimes and accusations, things you did wrong. Did you get anywhere first? Did you get anywhere last? We call the get anywhere first people FRBs. Front running bastards, and then we call the people that got there last DFLs, which are dead effing last.
All right, thank you for the hold back on that one, Bader.
And then we
Oops.
And so
hope you didn't need that phone.
Nope.
And so then we do our circle, and that's where they got me pretty laid out. And then dinner was served by Meats in the parking lot. He cooked and made dinner. So for everybody, which was part of the event. It was a chicken and rice dinner. It was pretty awesome. They force fed me some food, and apparently I enjoyed it. And then, so then I somehow wake up at. I ended my night early.
They didn't force feed you anything else that you didn't know about, did they?
Not that the video shows. So then,
there's no video evidence.
There is video evidence of people dancing. I wasn't one of them on the videos. I tuckered out early. I went back to the bed. But there was a DJ. We had a dance floor in the ballroom. People had a great time well into the night. So I wake up at 5:30 because I got up early the previous morning to do my herring stint, and I get to the hospitality suite, and there's 2 guys in there. We got Deep Swallows, our man from Dayton, and our cook, Meats in the parking lot, also a hasher, runs a food truck business.
Meats in the parking lot.
Well, that's an apt name for such a guy.
Yeah.
That's all the story I'm going to give you on him.
Yeah.
You take that as the only story if you wish.
We'll keep that meat in the parking lot right now.
And then, so I was done with my room because I'm up at 5:30 and I'm going to check out at noon. That's it. So I escorted those boys back to my room. And
now, were they standing there drinking beer at 5:30 in the morning?
They were curled up in the corner, no lights on in the ballroom. We different corners, mind you.
Right.
It was a big ballroom. And so I take them back to my room, deposit them there, and go back to the ballroom and start drinking. Because at this point, I'm sober. Well, we can't have that.
No.
And so my first hasher arrived a few minutes later. I wasn't alone for long. And we talked about the previous evening's debauchery. And about 10 a.m., after enough of us had assembled, and it was on schedule, we had our hairs from Dayton. They were kind enough to hair for us. Cockpit did the pub crawl on Friday on the bus. That was his. And then
I doubt he's a pilot either.
Oh, yeah. And then we had our Dayton hairs, which were Fido and Bitch, Moan, and Wine.
Nice.
And Fido is an acronym for Finger in Dog Orifice.
Nice.
That's the best acronym I've ever heard. And so those guys,
where do you find these people?
Well, they're actually a married couple. They hosted the Fat Boy, which was our 10 a.m. trail on Sunday morning. So that's where everybody stumbles out of bed and comes out to trail, and they did the trail. The Magnuson's a large hotel. It's not the Grand for nothing. They did the trail all the way around the hotel. So about halfway into this, I look at Bitch, Moan, and Wine, and I say, hey, if this trail's going all the way around the house, we got to go to stop off at my room and pick up Deep Swallows. So there were at that point there were 15 of us on trail, And we diverted trail, and she actually wrote a chalk and flour on the ground for a turkey eagle split. The eagle went to my room, and we get in there, and we all dogpiled him in the bed. He took it like a champ. It was awesome. He's like, this is the best wake up ever. And so he's up. He's on trail now.
Nice.
Newly acquired Hasher
Dogpiled in a
mid-trail.
bed.
Yes.
Nice.
And so we took him around, went to the back of the hotel, did a beer near, went around to the front. It was a lot of fun. And then from there we had to pack up everything else. So, we're eating whatever's left. We're, drinking whatever's left. And at this time it's kill the keg.
So many activities. It's making my head spin how many activities we can do.
So we're doing our due diligence to kill the keg. And I come up with this brilliant plan because they had done a beer draft beer punk the night before, which is a competition, which I missed out on because I was, awesomely probably in bed. And they had some empty growlers there, so people were bringing their growlers. We were filling up the kegs that was whatever was left out of there. I took home 3, and the beer mongers might have drank that in the 4th row on Tuesday. Whatever was left there.
Maybe 4th Row Studios.
Maybe
4th Row Studios.
And so it was a weekend of incredible debauchery and just a bunch of good friends having a good time over beers. And it's what hashing does is it gets you out of the bar, gets you off the bar stool, gets you doing something. We do beer nears at bars, we end at bars. We do beer nears in woods. We do beer nears at people's houses, but it's just an awful lot of fun and gets you doing something, outside the bar. I mean, I love bars, but, I don't want to live there.
Hey, real quick, Bader, Serial Bader, where can people get information and find out how they can be a part of what you're doing?
Well, if you want to go to this weekend's trail on Friday, so you go to my old pub crawl, you want to go to renegadeh3.com. And it'll pull right up the calendar. You click the blue first event there, and it'll take you to that event and show you we're going to muster up at 5:30. That means that's our get together. Chalk talk. That's where we throw chalk, flour on the ground. You get to see what the trail is the marks on trail that point you in the right direction and the wrong direction. And then on out is 6:30. That's where we actually go out. Now, this is hash time, so if you're a little laggardly and don't arrive quite on time, it will probably be okay.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You got the Hash 101 right there from our very own hash runner / crazy person in the studio, Serial Bader. Hey, Serial Bader, thanks for sharing your activities and all your lingo and everything. And we can't wait to hear more crazy stories because it only takes you guys hanging out another time for another crazy story. Hey, this is the Beer Monger Sessions number 29. We'll be right back with more of us.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Are you a sports fan? Do you have a mobile phone? Great, that's all you need to stay up to date with ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, with original talk shows starting every 2 hours, covering every sport from every angle.
From basketball
to hockey
to martial arts.
Fantasy football.
We cover all Ohio sports. Just go to ScoreOnAir.com or download the TuneIn Radio app and search Score On Air. You'll be part of the action in no time. Whether you're stuck in traffic, at the grocery store, studying at the library, anywhere for that matter. Tune in anytime to get your sports fix. Follow us on social media or go to ScoreOnAir.com for even more original content, including play-by-play of local high school and college games, sports articles, and podcasts. ScoreOnAir.com is your home for the best analysis, coverage, and lukewarm sports takes. The best part, we're broadcasting live right here in Columbus.
OH.
ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio.
The Score.
NWA Midwest Championship Wrestling is looking for interns. Have you heard of Ric Flair? Well, this is the company that brought you Ric Flair before he went to the WWE, and we're looking for interns to work behind the scenes hand in hand with production, with audio, with video, and with podcasts and radio. Contact Damon Dury, the big dog, at 740-971-3968.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
The new generation of sports talk radio. Here's your ScoreOnAir.com Score Center update.
Major League home run leader Eric Thames scored twice before leaving with an injury, and Orlando Arcia homered and had 3 RBIs, leading the Milwaukee Brewers to a 9-4 win over the Reds on Wednesday to complete a 3-game sweep. Reds began a series in St. Louis versus the Cardinals on Friday. First pitch is at 8:15 on Fox Sports Reds. Dallas Keuchel, 2 years removed from winning the Cy Young Award in 2015, gave up a home run early, but otherwise handled the Indians in business-like fashion Tuesday night in Houston's 4-2 victory at Progressive Field. Right-hander Trevor Bauer will face the Astros and right-hander Lance McCullers Jr. on Wednesday night at 6:10 on Sports Time, Ohio. T-minus 1 day to the NFL draft and counting, and we might have a Lyle Collins situation on our hands. Police in Ohio are investigating whether first-round lock cornerback Garyon Conley of Ohio State was involved in a sexual assault earlier this month in Cleveland.
This is from Conley. The allegations against me concerning the night of April 8 and 9 that have recently been reported in multiple media outlets are completely false, Conley says.
Former New York Yankees shortstop Derek Jeter is part of a group led by ex-Florida Governor Jeb Bush to purchase the Miami Marlins after submitting a bid of $1.3 billion. That's according to multiple reports. For the latest news, scores, and updates, keep it locked right here to the new generation of Sports Talk Radio. ScoreOnAir.com, the score.
Hi, I'm Alison Fisher, and you're listening to the Beer Monger Sessions on ScoreOnAir.com.
Oh, yeah, we are back. We're back, bringing us back. Miss Alison Fisher coming back. And you'll get to listen to her exclusive interview from 3 to 4 o'clock. We'll be replaying it right here today.
In its entirety.
Oh, yeah.
And what an interview it was.
It was unbelievable.
She is an unbelievable person.
She is. Great lady.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Fantastic. Champion inside and out.
I mean, for being a global, worldwide legend, I mean, extremely down to earth, drinks Pilsners, red wine, and she wants to hang out with the beer mongers. When we come to North Carolina, go to a brewery. How cool is that? You know what I'm saying? That's awesome.
Be
right
pretty
there.
amazing.
See why you didn't want me hanging around her?
Yeah. Oh, no. Bader, you are
Bader,
not
you're not
hanging
around
around Alison Fisher. You are not. Hey, you know who else is not hanging around Alison Fisher?
Pony.
Pony's
Oh, hey, when are we ready for a pony call, man? He's been asking about the phone number.
I gave him the number on Facebook
Oh,
today.
did you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and I put it in my original post, too.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Well, hey, before our next guests come onto the show here in a little bit, let's go ahead and here's your roller derby rundown. All right. And we've got some cool things going on. And it sounds like that the roller derby and hash runners, they have interesting names, You've got the Big Rig, you got the Blitz Lemon, you got Bruce Knuckles, Chainsaw, Gorgeous Curves, Laura Out of My Way Wayman, Kelsey Chaos, Paige Bleed, the Pain Train, and we can't forget about Kitty Lickerbottom too.
Pain Train.
Oh yeah. We're gonna.
They got Asher names.
Yeah.
Serial Bader's looking a little jealous over there.
Yeah, and just to give you a heads up, the Ohio roller derby team just got a dual win against Brandywine, and that score was 248 to 108, and they're going to be playing their next.
Ooh, that's a beating.
Yeah, their next home bout is going to be the 6th, which is going to be this Saturday, and who they're playing is to be determined. But then next month on the 10th, June 10th, they are going to be at home once again against St. Charles, Missouri. And this all goes down at the Ohio Expo Center. And you can follow your Ohio Roller Derby team at ohiorollerderby.com. Got to give a shout out to Bermuda Triangle out there and the rest of the Ohio Roller Derby participants. But we're not going to stop there because we've got more. We've got more roller derby. All right, let's go right into your Chicago your Chicago Hots Derby. All right, this is the Chicago Red Hots. They have their next bout is going to be on the 6th against the Deep South All Stars. Okay. And then they also have another bout in May 20th against the South Jersey Roller Derby team. And then they're going to round out their season in June 10th with the East Coast All-Stars. And I'll keep you update month to month as we go through more roller derby. And you can check out the Chicago Red Hots Derby team at the Clyde Park District. It's conveniently located 8 miles from downtown Chicago, very close to the Pink Line. You can get it from both the interstate highways 290 and 55 right there at Cicero Stadium. Once again, Cicero Stadium. All right. And, hey, they sell domestic beer for $4 and imports for $5. So you can definitely get your beer monger on right there at the Chicago Red Hots bout. We're going to go ahead and move on. Let's move on to the Miami Vice City Rollers. And this is going to sting the Chief over here in a second. The 27th of May, they're going to be going against Central, and Central is spelled Sintral. All right. Once again, that's going to be May 27th, and that's the only bout they have for this month. But one of the cool things about the Miami Vice City Rollers is that they also have the Miami Brawlers, which is the men's roller derby team founded in 2014, which is the very first men's roller derby team. So you have the Pillsbury Roll Boy, Disaster Chief.
Wait, if they're only one Disaster Chief.
Yeah.
If they're only one of them, who do they play?
Well, they were the first.
They
were the first ones.
My bad.
They had the Magic City Mauler, and it's the Men's Roller Derby Association, the MRDA. So you can check it out, or you can email them if you're down there in the Miami area and you're interested in some men's roller derby. That's going to be Brawlers, BRAWLERS at MiamiRollerDerby.com for more information. All right, and the Miami Roller Derby's their home is at Sunnyland Hockey Rink at 9300 Southwest 152nd Street, right there in Miami. You can give them a call at 305-707-4443, and you can catch them on email at miamirollerderby@gmail.com. So yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? That's pretty cool. What do you got on some roller derby, Chief? You think you can do some roller derby?
Oh, I think I wouldn't mind giving it a shot. I mean, what, are we going to put a team together?
Yeah, I mean, why not? We can put the beer team together. We can put the Beer Monger Roller Derby Brawlers or something. Yeah,
Beer City Brawlers.
Squiz is already halfway there.
Yeah, they got another wannabe clinic on May 22nd.
Actually, they have a wannabe clinic.
I might go to that
May
if I'm
22nd?
not dead this time. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a wannabe clinic every month.
Support you.
They have a wannabe clinic every month, actually, is what I found out, too. So, talk to...
yeah, maybe if I'm not dead, I'll go.
Bermuda Triangle is the one that actually... she's the one that does a lot of that. She was in the studio last time that they came. They come to hang out with us. So...
when is that? I mean...
I saw it on
time?
Facebook. It's usually at night, like 8 or something like that.
So let's go ahead and push through to the Cincinnati Roller Girls, all right? Because this is their home venue is the Cincinnati Gardens, and right there, and they've got two teams, the Black Sheep and the Violent Lambs. The Violent Lambs are their JV or B team, and the Black Sheep is their varsity or A team. Now they also we'll be doing quite a bit of stuff. The Star Wars release is becoming a great theme for just about everything out there right now.
Just throw Star Wars on something and you'll make money.
I know.
It's crazy.
Well, May
how
6th,
much people like Star Wars.
Well, May 6th is Star Wars night. They've got the Black Sheep at 6, and they got the Violent Lambs at 8. It's going to be the Beckley Area Derby Dames against the Black Sheep, and then the Dollhouse Derby from Lexington, Kentucky will be going against the Violent Lambs of Cincinnati. So once again, that's your May 6th, and that's what they got going on, the Cincinnati Roller Derby girls this month. So check them out, and you can always go to CincinnatiRollerGirls.com for all your information and everything that you need from there. But we're going to keep on. There is more. And you know what? There is hundreds of roller derby teams out there. We're just focused on a couple right here in the big cities that we're at right now on the Beyond Air network. All right. Looks like we got some glass blowers rolling up in here. Well, that's great. We got a couple more things on to push through this. We've got the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls, and they've got many teams. Let me tell you right now, in Denver, Colorado, roller derby is huge. It is huge, okay? On May 13th, one of their teams, Project Mayhem, will be going against the Durango Roller Girls at 8 p.m. Once again, that's May 13th at the Foothills Fieldhouse for all you people right there in Denver, Colorado. All right, and then on May 13th as well, it's going to be a doubleheader because it's going to be a Kill Scouts mix-up. Yes, I said that at 6 p.m. at the Foothills Fieldhouse in Denver, Colorado, the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls, the Girl Scouts mix-up, the Kill Scouts mix-up. Kill Scouts mix-up. I'll tell you what, if I had to be in a room with roller derby people, blindfolded, and hash runners, I don't know if I'd be able to tell the difference. Maybe you should go and recruit some roller derby for hash running, Serial Bader.
Roller derby hashing.
Yeah, that's your rundown right there for the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls, and they've got quite a few teams. I suggest if you really hardcore into roller derby, Denver is definitely the place where it seems to be the place to be. And real quick, we're going to run through. I think one of the more dominating teams out there right now is the Ohio Valley Roller Girls. All right, and they have a lot of stuff going on. On May 6th, they have the doubleheader, the All-Stars versus the Appalachian Roller Girls. That's at home. May 7th, Scar Wars, which is a 4-team mixed scrimmage. Yes, I said Scar Wars, May 7th. And then on May 21st, it is the Ohio Valley Roller Girls All-Stars against Brandywine B Team away. And then May 28th and 2017, new skater training class, because that's where Squiz is going to go. We're going to send her all around to all the roller derby places.
I'll sample each one, see where I fit in best.
Yeah, we'll see which bruise fits in best. You know what I'm saying? But that is the Ohio Valley Roller Girls, and you can check everything out. Doors open at 4 p.m. and about start at 5 at the James E. Carnes Center in St. Clairsville, Ohio, and tickets can be purchased at brownpapertickets.com. That is your Ohio Valley Roller Girl rundown, and that is going to be your Ohio Flat Track Women's Roller Derby rundown. Stay with us. We got a great guest coming up for the next segments, so don't go nowhere. The Beer Monger Sessions will be right back.
This is Bob McElligott, the radio voice of the Columbus Blue Jackets, and you're listening to the new generation of sports talk radio. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Hey guys, Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Get the training you need to get a job you will love. The Ohio Media School has classes in radio, television, sports broadcasting, and film and video production. Visit BeOnAir.com today to get started. That's BeOnAir.com.
What's good, Big Game James?
How you feeling, D.O. Jr.?
My guy, I'm super excited. High school sports is starting back, man.
Man, I'm even more excited because we got this new show starting. Tell the people what we doing, D.O. Jr.
Man, we starting the Central Ohio High School Showcase, the COHSS.
That's That's right. We're covering football, basketball, baseball, soccer, volleyball, and track and field. If it's in season, we own it.
Hey, you know we do this for the kids, man. You can listen live by going to scoreonair.com via the TuneIn app or watch us streaming live by going to the Score On Air YouTube channel.
The COHSS, giving you nothing less, showcasing Central Ohio's best.
I'm Jake Safranco with your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Now here's the Sports Doc, Dr. Chris Stankovich.
When we think of athletes like Derek Jeter, Kobe Bryant, or Tom Brady, often the first word that comes to mind is clutch. These are the types of athletes who seem to perform their best when the pressure is on. Did you know that clutch athletes aren't necessarily born that way? But what separates them from the competition is that clutch players are not afraid to fail. That's the biggest difference. In fact, they want the ball when the game is on the line. You know, in order to really solidify this point, you might want to go back to an old Michael Jordan commercial where he talked about not how many shots he made when the game was on the line, but how many times he missed. So it's important that we note, in order to perform our best in clutch situations, we have to want the ball in those situations, and we cannot be afraid to fail. Otherwise, we will fail in clutch situations.
This has been your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Enrolling now, visit beonair.com.
The Score wants to make you, a winner. Each week, scoreonair.com is giving away a prize pack that'll knock your socks off.
Ouch, hey, that hurt.
How? First of all, like us on Facebook, and every Monday we will pin up a post to the top of our feed, updating you on what the week's prize and contest details are. Now here, take your socks back. A winner will be selected every week at 7 p.m. Friday on our combat sports show, Tyson's Punch-Out. So give us a call or text to get qualified. This is your home for the new generation of Sports Talk Radio and weekly prize giveaways. Here's how to qualify. Message us on Facebook at Your Score on Air or Twitter, also at Your Score on Air with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth. Or you could just simply call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to qualify to win t-shirts, sporting memorabilia, and more. This is your home for the new generation of Sports Talk Radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Tuesdays from 12 to 2 p.m. It's the Beermonger Sports Sessions on ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, The Score. And it's not your regular sports show.
Hey guys, Scott Shelton here again, campus director for the Ohio Media School. Are you looking for a career in media, radio, television, sports broadcasting, or film and video production? You need to come check out the Ohio Media School's Columbus campus. You want a job that you will love, and we have the training to get you started. Stop by the Ohio Media School's audio and video studios to check out the opportunities and internships that we have for our students and graduates. Call 614-655-5250 or visit beonair.com. That's beonair.com.
Woo! We hot now. Let's go. It's number 29, baby, the Beermonger Sessions. And we got Country Blue Glass up in here. And we got Next to Kin taking us in to the next one. Oh, yeah. It is number 6, the Beermonger Sessions. I'm sorry, number 29. I was on the sports sessions there, y'all. No, this is number 29, the Beermonger Sessions. And we've got our guests of the show is with us today, and that is going to be the trio of Old Country Blue Glass, Redbone. What's going on?
How we doing, guys?
And we got Catfish.
How's it going?
Now, is that Catfish or Catfish Glass?
It's Catfish, but it's Catfish Glass on Instagram.
All right. And we're definitely going to get to all those social media platforms. And then, without further ado, it's the Moon Boot.
What's up?
Now we're going to get into these glass names later down the line because I went on my one of our listeners out there because obviously I am Spartan Biscuit. We have Squiz. He's a hash runner. His name is Serial Baiter. We have the big deal, real deal, Chad Deal, and then we have the Master Chief Monger. All right, so we are none of us in this room right now are going by
Mommy given names.
There it is. I was going to say mommy given name. Yeah. Weird hashers right here, man. They have a different language for everything. They're like a military, but just a little different. So real quick, We've got Old Country Blue Glass in here. Now, you guys have been doing this for a long, long time. How long have you guys been in the glass business?
We started out in '98, so we're creeping in on 20 years here. So we don't know how to do anything else but drink beer and blow glass.
There it is.
And we're pretty good at both of them.
Yeah.
We're all out of glass.
Do you guys have any formal training in glass blowing? Did you go to college for it or anything? 'Cause I know when I went to Ohio State for art, my teacher for 3D art was a glass blower, and they had a nice glass blowing facility there.
I had no training. I used a lot of glass pipes, and I know I like them. So I thought maybe it was time for me to figure out how to make them. And Redbone kind of got me going.
We're
from
all
there.
pretty much self-taught, you know. Like we saw some guys doing it in Columbus in '98, and they were nice enough to give us the opportunity to start blowing glass. So we learned a few things from them, but pretty much our growth was all, you know, just being together and doing it and liking what we do.
Tedro Crosby's the one that gave us our start there and taught us how to do it. So big shout out to Tedro Crosby.
Now, is he a local glass blower, or is he from Ohio right here?
Yeah, he's from here. I don't know if he's originally from here in Columbus, but yeah, he's here in Columbus, and he and his brother Willie Willstar Crosby they're still doing it.
Nice. Now, I've seen quite a bit of your work around the Central Ohio area and stuff like that, and it's safe that your guys' product is out there, you know, but it doesn't stop there. You guys are all over the place. Talk to us now. Tell us a little bit about your adventures, about getting your product out there a little bit, because I know you guys do a lot of traveling, correct?
Well, I think it took us quite a while. About 4 or 5 years ago, we finally stepped up and went to the trade shows, and they do the trade shows in Vegas and Wisconsin, and that gave us the platform to meet a lot of people around the country and other stores to come buy our product. So that's the way we get it out there now, and that made a big difference, because before that we were pretty much, I'd say about 80-90% of our product was only in Ohio, and now I'd say that's probably reversed at this point.
Oh, wow.
So we got more stuff around the country than we probably do in Ohio at this point.
Well, that's what you want, anyways. You know, because it's just like, everybody knows. Everybody knows. What you guys are doing close by, but to be able to get that product to go out and move out there, and
It's like being syndicated.
Yeah, it's like being syndicated, kind of like the Beer Monger sessions are right now on the Be On Air network.
Right.
We're out there in Denver, Chicago, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Miami, and right here in Columbus now.
Right.
So I know a lot of you guys have. I know you guys been out to Denver, and now my question to you is real quick, and I know a lot of our listeners want to know this. All right, is it the sales really better in a recreational state?
Absolutely.
Can you give me a percentage more?
It's night and day. Medical states that have their medical together, and recreational states equal stores. So stores for us equals sales. So it's unequivocal. States that are friendly for cannabis, we sell tons more glass in, and they want better product in those states.
Wow.
Do you guys have an internet presence?
No, I mean social media presence, not an actual website, but we try to stay active on Instagram, Facebook, things like that. Stay current that way.
Yeah, there are a few stores who are dealing. We deal with this company, Craven Glass. They're out of Colorado.
Yeah, I'm on their website right now.
And they're a strictly online store, and we do a lot of business with those guys. And we've gotten to know them over the years from going to Colorado. They're really, really nice people. That's part of the fun about traveling. You get to meet all these people, and in the same when we were just blowing glass in Ohio before our first trade show, I don't know, we didn't realize quite what glass was, and we were glass blowers for years, and we did that first trade show, and it blew my mind, the level of talent that was out there in these pipes. I was just astonished. I saw a pipe that was for sale that was going up for an auction for $75,000. And this dude brought us in this room and showed us this marlin. It was a skeleton of a marlin, and it was 9 feet long and hung from this huge frame that he had. And it was at that moment, it kind of changed my glass blow. All three of us, we were all standing there just like, what are we doing making these little pipes? Like, this is going on out there.
Yeah. I was going to say, you guys don't just do that. I see a lot of your guys' stuff on social media, and what's taking you away from the pipes and the bubbler, I guess, because Moon Boot, I see a lot of like arrowhead type stuff, and
it's just like a cold working technique or another angle. A lot of other glass artists are doing the same. Not only blowing or manipulating the glass hot, but doing things to it after it's cooled off too. Just basically trying to kind of mix media, incorporating multiple techniques into the work. I think a lot of other glass blowers do, maybe not the flint napping that I do, but a lot of multiple techniques in their work.
Now,
you want to take those techniques and kind of make it your own, which I think we're all, three of us are really good at. We do a lot of techniques that a lot of other people do, but the way we're able to use it is, what's important, to make it your own, to make it your art.
All right there. You heard it right there from Redbone. And we're going to be right back with Redbone, Catfish, and Moon Boot right here on number 29, Beer Monger Sessions.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
Are you a sports fan? Do you have a mobile phone? Great, that's all you need to stay up to date with ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, with original talk shows starting every 2 hours, covering every sport from every angle.
From basketball
to hockey
to martial arts.
Fantasy football.
We cover all Ohio sports. Just go to ScoreOnAir.com or download the TuneIn Radio app and search Score On Air. You'll be part of the action in no time. Whether you're stuck in traffic, at the grocery store, studying at the library, anywhere for that matter. Tune in anytime to get your sports fix. Follow us on social media or go to ScoreOnAir.com for even more original content, including play-by-play of local high school and college games, sports articles, and podcasts. ScoreOnAir.com is your home for the best analysis, coverage, and lukewarm sports takes. The best part, we're broadcasting live right here in Columbus.
OH.
ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio.
The Score.
In a small village in Romania, after the 8th grade, students desiring to attend high school must pay their own way for transportation. From the village of Mochu to Cluj to Apahita, it costs $350 American per year per child for the bus ride of over 1 hour each way. With your help, 8 Roma children will be able to accomplish something their parents and grandparents could not do. Most of their parents have not received an elementary education. This year, 3 boys and 5 girls can have that chance to attend high school. Will you help? Please make a donation of whatever you can to help these 8 children get their high school education. Make your donations payable to Worthington Presbyterian Church, 773 North High Street, Worthington, Ohio, 43085, and add on the memo line bus transportation. Your donation will make a dream become a reality.
The new generation of sports talk radio. Here's your ScoreOnAir.com Score Center update.
Major League home run leader Eric Thames scored twice before leaving with an injury, and Orlando Arcia homered and had 3 RBIs, leading the Milwaukee Brewers to a 9-4 win over the Reds on Wednesday to complete a 3-game sweep. Reds began a series in St. Louis versus the Cardinals on Friday. First pitch is at 8:15 on Fox Sports Reds. Dallas Keuchel, 2 years removed from winning the Cy Young Award in 2015, gave up a home run early, but otherwise handled the Indians in businesslike fashion Tuesday night in Houston's 4-2 victory at Progressive Field. Right-hander Trevor Bauer will face the Astros and right-hander Lance McCullers Jr. on Wednesday night at 6:10 on Sports Time Ohio. T-minus 1 day to the NFL draft and counting, and we might have a Lyle Collins situation on our hands. Police in Ohio are investigating whether first-round lock cornerback Garyon Conley of Ohio State was involved in a sexual assault earlier this month in Cleveland.
This is from Conley. The allegations against me concerning the night of April 8 and 9 that have recently been reported in multiple media outlets are completely false, Conley says.
Former New York Yankees shortstop Derek Jeter is part of a group led by ex-Florida Governor Jeb Bush to purchase the Miami Marlins after submitting a bid of $1.3 billion. That's according to multiple reports. For the latest news, scores, and updates, keep it locked right here to the new generation of Sports Talk Radio, ScoreOnAir.com, The Score.
You're listening to the home of the latest sports news and updates in Columbus. Streaming live on YouTube and the worldwide TuneIn Radio app. This is ScoreOnAir.com. You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio in Columbus. Online sports radio, WSOA ScoreOnAir.com, The Score. You're listening to the home of heart-pounding, adrenaline-pumping sports. Broadcasting from Ohio Media School in the greatest city in the state. In the greatest state in the country. In the greatest country in the world. You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com.
Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Are you looking for a new career? Not just a job, but a fulfilling career? If you want to work in media, radio, television, sports broadcasting, or film and video production, you need to check out the Ohio Media School's Columbus campus today. Their updated radio and television broadcasting program will even have you ready to work in a field you'll love in just 8 months. Stop by the Ohio Media School's audio and video studios today to see it for yourself. Visit beonair.com. That's beonair.com.
Do you like talking Buckeyes?
Yes! Oh my God!
So do we. Just not all the time. We're home for the largest variety of sports talk. This is the new generation of sports talk radio. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
I shut them down, and then I open up shop. No DMX, I'm more like Pocket is prime. Eminem type rhyme, Jay-Z like line. I ain't saying that I'm better, but I drop time. Man, tell me that I'm not, I say you got lying. Like a lion in a cage.
Oh yeah, we're back. Spartan Biscuit right here with my co-host,
Master Chief Monger.
Squiz.
Chad the real deal.
Yeah, I try to catch him off guard. I always like catch him off guard when I'm paying attention. But hey, here's the deal. We got to talk about some beer. Here. All right. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into Rock Bottom Brewing Company. All right. Rock Bottom is all over the place, but the places that I'm going to talk about is in Denver, Colorado. All right. We also have a Rock Bottom right up there in Chicago as well. And they seem like they're boasting a pretty decent food menu as well. I'm quite impressed with the food menu. Right here, Rock Bottom in Denver, downtown Denver. You can check them out, and you can follow them on Twitter, Facebook, and you can catch them on Instagram. They're at 1001 16th Street, Unit A, 100 in Denver, Colorado, 80265. You can get a hold of them at 303-534-7616. And they are open 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. 7 days a week. Happy hours Monday through Friday from 3 to 6:30. Oh, man, I'm thirsty right now. Talking about beer already. Let's see here. Yeah, they've got all sorts of stuff here. And they've got some of your favorite beers. They've got your IPA oat, your oat PA is what they like to call it. They have a spring lager, El Chupacabra, the Snake Spit Black Indian Ale, Duda Belgian IPA, the Liquid Sun Saison, the Molly Titanic Brown. Hey, you guys, have you heard of Rock Bottom at all, guys? I know you've been out to Colorado much more than I have. I've never been there yet.
Usually when we're out there, those for the trade shows, and we kind of don't venture out too far from there. But, so no.
Now, yeah.
There used to be a Rock Bottom in Cleveland in the Flats about 15 years ago. And I went there when I was super into brown ales, and their brown ale was just phenomenal. We brought back 2 growlers of it back to Columbus. So.
That's what I like, the brown ales.
The brown ales?
Oh, yeah. Brown ales.
Well, they also have the English barley wine, the German Hefeweizen, and their beers are they are switching it up from location to location. The Rock Bottom Brewing Company in Chicago, they are sporting a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. and on Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. You can find them at 1 West Grand Avenue, Chicago, Illinois 60654. Give them a call at 312-755-9339. They've got all sorts of happy hour specials, and they're running the same favorites that they're running in Denver: the Kolsch, the White Ale, the Red Ale, the IPA, the Special Dark, the Brewmaster's Choice. They got a specialty brew. Hey, and if you can't decide, ask for a sampler. They got them. You can follow them as well on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. All right, so that is Rock Bottom out of Chicago and Denver, Colorado. Yeah. Anybody thirsty yet? Anybody thirsty yet over there?
Give me a beer.
I was going to say, I know you glassblowers got to be thirsty over there. You guys,
I have a dry mouth.
You have a dry mouth
do
right
indeed.
now.
And a beer would cure that.
Well, hey, we got a 4th row studio. All right, that's what we got. All right. And we got a packed house up in here right now. So, hey, if you're listening to us right now, get on YouTube. We've got some sweet glass pieces right out here on the studio table right now. Hey, real quick, what kind of prices are we talking about on this artwork right here, guys?
Oh, we're about 600 up to, I don't know, we say about 12.
Yeah.
1,300 a piece.
Wow. I mean, this is not your beginner stuff right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is... this is glow-in-the-dark stuff as well. It's unbelievable. I honestly, I know what it looks like, but it looks more like art to me than what if somebody would use it for anything else. You know, it really.
I mean, art is functionable. Art can be functionable. You know, like I think that's definitely a big misconception about pipes, or people think
smoke up that heady art.
Yeah, you know, like just because you can use it for tobacco, quote unquote, tobacco use or whatever, that doesn't diminish the fact of what it really is, you know.
Now, with the pieces out here on the table, do we have? It looks pretty delicate, but I heard you guys over talking, and I've seen you moving the pieces around, and it appears that the glass is pretty tough.
Yeah, you should be able to pick it up and handle it and use it. It's all made with people using it in mind when we do it.
But it is glass, and glass will be glass. You know, like a lot of people, we do a local, the community festival in Columbus every year, and a lot of people ask us, you know, is this going to break when I drop it? And the answer is always, yeah, there's a good possibility. Whether it's, you know, a $20 piece or a $2,000 piece, it may break and it may not.
Will this egg crack if I drop it 4 stories off a building?
How many heartbreakers have you guys had in your lifetime?
Oh, I had one this morning.
Oh, man. Wow.
It's not a complete loss. I think I'll fix her. So,
I've been on a pretty bad run lately.
Well, hey, I want to get into the next brewery, guys, and I think everybody's going to find this a very humbling brewing company right here. This is out of Florida. All right, this is Saltwater Brewing Company. All right, and their tasting room hours are Sunday through Wednesday, 12 p.m. to 11 p.m., and Thursday through Saturday from 12 p. to 12 a. They're running happy hour Monday through Thursday, 12 p. to 6 p., and on Friday from 12 p. to 7 p. and $1 off core beers during happy hour. But the part that I'm going to get to that really blows my mind here is the fact of, you know, obviously they're in Florida, okay? They're on the beach, okay? What's one of the biggest things that people want to hate on everybody about by the beach? How the sea life is treated by what you have. You know the little rings, the 6-pack rings? Well, let me tell you what Saltwater Brewing Company did. They made edible 6-pack rings. You can throw this thing in the water and the fish will come up and eat it. It is edible 6-pack holder. Have you ever heard of that, guys?
I've not heard of that, but they should put the smoke in it.
All right, there you have it, Redbone. They should put the smoke in it.
They need
All
to
right.
make us some edible pipe carriers.
All right. Well,
That'd be
hey,
sweet. You could you could go to a trade show, bring stuff with you. You have meals while
Yeah,
you're
you
there.
got your meal,
sell
yeah.
everything. Don't have to buy any food.
You can use your pipe, and allegedly people might be hungry afterwards.
That's right.
Yeah, they'll eat the 6-pack rings.
Yeah, they got cookie dough flavored.
Well, hey, here, yeah, they got the Cheeto flavor. And you can find the Saltwater Brewery Company at 1701 West Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach, Florida. Once again, it's 1701 West Atlantic Avenue at Delray Beach, Florida, 33444. And the tours is on Saturdays from 1, 2, and 3 p.m. And they've got a whole slew of beers. You can get a hold of them at 561-865-5373. I suggest if you're out there, if you're a small brewery and you really care, and and if it's feasible for you, give these guys a call. Ask what they're doing. I think everybody should be moving to this edible 6-pack. And like Country Blue Glass, they want something edible as well too. All right, so maybe they can make a collaboration of some sort of. I don't know.
I'd take a cheeseburger right now.
Yeah. And you can also email Saltwater Brewing Company at info@saltwaterbrewing.com. All right. And they've got your love of all the beers from the Saltwater Bose Brew. They've got the nonprofit kombucha, dry hopped with Mosaic, saltwater habaneros, Screamin' Reels, the saltwater watermelon blackberry locale, the saltwater watermelon locale ale. There we go. And that's different. They've got all sorts of stuff in there. Sea Kelp Milk Stout, saltwater Screamin' Reels IPA, and many, many more. Canned beer. Not only do we carefully craft and brew all beer on site, we also have a state-of-the-art in-house canning line. We offer 3 core canned beers, Screamin' Reels IPA, Sea Cow Milk Stout, and local ale, and also have an inline labeler for one-off special and seasonal releases such as a Bonafide Blonde and Passion Fruit. Once again, that's www.saltwaterbrewingcompany.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back for more beer talk and Country Blue Glass.
This is Bob McElligott, the radio voice of the Columbus Blue Jackets, and you're listening to the new generation of sports talk radio. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Nasty's Sports Bar in Reynoldsburg is under new management. Located at 6150 East Main Street, the home for Taco Tuesday is rejuvenated and the home for great food and family fun. Nasty's Sports Bar is a great place for happy hour, serving $2 domestics, $3 glasses of wine, and $5 appetizers, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 614-864-2827 to find out the daily specials. Nasty's. Great food, family fun, with a cool name.
Listen to ScoreOnAir.com for your chance to win. Every Friday, we will be giving away a prize pack, and here's how you can qualify. Send us a message with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth to our Facebook or Twitter accounts. Just search Your Score on Air, or you can call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to win. It's that easy. A new winner will be selected every Friday at 7 p.m. This is your home for the new generation of sports talk radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
I'm Jake Safranco with your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Now here's the Sports Doc, Dr. Chris Stankovich.
Does your son or daughter struggle with nerves when it comes to competing in sports? If so, it's important to know that this is perfectly normal. In fact, professional athletes struggle with the very same anxieties that your son or daughter does while competing. Nerves are a result largely because of cognitive appraisals, and what that means is how we perceive things often dictates how our bodies will respond. You might want to think of this as fight or flight. In fact, when I work with athletes, I ask them, do they view pressure situations as challenges or do they see them as threats? If they view them as challenges, they often gain confidence, sharpen their focus, and become even more motivated to succeed. But if they see the situation as threatening, that's when anxiety creeps in and usually compounds matters. So it's important that you look at skills that can help, including deep breathing, using imagery, and reminding your child of the importance of positive self-talk.
This has been your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Enrolling now, visit beonair.com.
Are you a sports fan looking to expand your sports memorabilia collection? Well, First and Goal has you covered better than the Ohio State Secondary. First and Goal is your #1 place to find all the sports collectibles of your dreams. We are located at Polaris Fashion Place in Columbus and the mall at Fairfield Commons of Beaver Creek. Stop on in and you'll find autographed jerseys, helmets, photographs, and much more that will make you the envy of the neighborhood. Feel free to give us a call at 614-896-1016 for our store at Polaris, or call us at 937-427-4737 in Beaver Creek. For all your sports collectibles and more, it's First and Goal.
Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Are you looking for a new career? Not just a job, but a fulfilling career? If you want to work in media, radio, television, sports broadcasting, or film and video production, you need to check out the Ohio Media School's Columbus campus today. Their updated radio and television broadcasting program will even have you ready to work in a field you'll love in just 8 months. Stop by the Ohio Media School's audio and video studios today to see it for yourself. Visit beonair.com. That's beonair.com.
Do you like talking Buckeyes?
Yes! Oh my God!
So do we. Just not all the time. We're home for the largest variety of sports talk. This is the new generation of Sports Talk Radio. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
We got fans. Yeah. We get glass blowers in here, and everybody's our friends. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? All right. Hey, we are back, and we've got a special segment coming up, and it'll be the first time we do it down here. This has been the collaboration show, the first Beer Monger Sports collaboration show, and what a better time to do it with our special guests, Country Blue Glass, Moon Boot Catfish, and Redbone are in here with us right now, and you've seen their work all over the place in the Central Ohio and outside the state, and all over the place. And we're going to go ahead and talk about their social media plugs later on, so you can. I'm telling you right now, get on that YouTube and look at some of the art that they have right here. This is usable art. Do you guys make anything that you don't intend to use, or somebody not to intend to use?
Yeah, sometimes when requested, or like the pendants, but I guess you're using it because you're wearing it. But a lot of times we make art for the sake of art. But I think for us, it's ingrained in our art that it functions, kind of. It's just the way we work.
If somebody pays for it, I'll make it.
Can I ask you guys about distribution? Do you guys do all the distribution yourself, or do you have a company that you broker through?
No, we do all that ourselves. We do work with a couple of people who's out of Dayton. Ohio Valley Glass, Catfish works with them a little bit. And other than that, we just wholesale directly to stores.
Nice. Now, real quick, I want to go ahead and run down some festival news real fast. I think you guys are going to like this. Have you guys been to Lions, Colorado?
No.
All right. Well, here's the deal. All right, Saturday, June 3rd.
That's a terrible lion.
Yeah, lion. You're lying. June 3rd, 2017, Sunday, June 4th, 2017, at Bond Park at 199 2nd Avenue in Lyons, Colorado, 80540. It's a 20-hour car ride from here, ladies and gentlemen. Get in your car and go to the Burning Can. You can stay Friday and Saturday nights and leave Sunday morning, and it's $23 a night to camp, and you can get your VIP pre-sale ticket, which will cover the Lions outdoor games, all live bands and festivities. activities. The Lion Outdoor Games, in collaboration with the Burning Can, will include mountain bike, yoga, disc golf, kayaking, dog jumping, BMX dirt jumping, and slackline. Nice. And if you want to get on information, you can hit Chad at OscarBlues.com. All right. And it's going to be a lot of fun there, I bet. And this is the cool point that I know a lot of you Monger maniacs out there might be interested in. If you're going to the Burning Can and you're staying at Bond Park, guess what's right across the street from Bond Park in Lyons, Colorado?
What?
You know what?
Can you smoke it?
Yes. I think you can probably eat it and rub it on yourself and do whatever you want to do, because that is going to be the Bud Depot at 138 Emon Street, right there in Lyons, Colorado. And just to give all you heads up out there, might as well jump right into it and just be honest. If you are not a resident of Colorado, you can only, over the age of 21, purchase 28 grams a day of your favorite vegetable that you
pretty little flowers.
Yeah, your pretty flowers in the state of Colorado, where it is state legal.
And called cannabis.
And called cannabis.
I was going to say it.
Yeah, say it. But no, and they're open from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., so you can definitely get your 28 grams fairly easy, because their hours are open. And
so I was reading the news today, and they just came out with the budget for Sessions to fight against legalized state cannabis, and you know how much money he got?
$0.0
written in. No money will be spent.
Well, hey, and you know why?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where, hey, it's making money. I've got friends in Colorado, and they said it's great. It's great there for them. It's what it's doing for the roads, what it's doing for the community, what it's doing.
Schools are getting a ton of money.
Yeah, I know. I mean, and that's, I don't know, But anyways, that was the Burning Can, and you got to go check it out. And if you don't want to camp and you want to stay in a hotel, there's the Super 8 Twins Peak Hotel at 2446 North Main Street, and that's going to be in Longmont, Colorado, and that's just right down the street.
Or you could head up to Estes Park and stay at the Stanley if you're feeling really fancy. I don't know if you guys know what the Stanley Hotel is.
Oh, yeah. Estes Park's awesome.
Yeah, I love Estes Park, man. When we went to Lyons for a wedding, actually, and we stayed between Lyons and Estes Park and went to the Stanley, did the ghost tour there, went there and had some drinks. I think we went there like 3 different times. So, yeah, it's nice. It's the hotel that inspired The Shining.
Nice. It was the hotel that inspired the legalization of marijuana in the state. Just kidding. All right. Hey, I'll tell you what. Let's jump into another brewery real quick, and let's jump into Nano. All right. Let's jump into Nano and Squiz. Can we get through this one, or do you want to do something different? Let's do it. All right. Here it is for the first time in a long time. You want to? Let's do it. Let's do it.
I have not enough good things to say about Nano. I don't even really need this sheet. I've been going to Nano for like 3 years. It's in Ohio City in Cleveland, Ohio. They are extremely, they have really good food. They have like 24 beers on tap, and they always have at least one cask beer on tap there that they collaborate with Market Garden Brewing, which is just down the street in Ohio City by the West Side Market. They are also really bike friendly. They have bike racks outside, and it was also the first place I ever played Giant Jenga at was Nano Brew. Do you guys like Giant Jenga?
I've never played, but
oh yeah,
I would
Giant
like
Jenga's a good time with beer.
Yeah, it is. It's great. It inspired my cousin to make his own Giant Jenga, so now we have our own family Giant Jenga set so we take around to family events like Thanksgiving and family reunions and things. But Nano Brew, if you go to Nano Brew, you got to get a burger. I mean, I can't stress it enough. Obviously, their original cask beer, you probably want to try that, but you're also going to want to get a burger. I'm sure their other food is good. Their mac and cheese is pretty good. But the burger is really what kind of makes it for me. I've had 2 of their burgers. Their one burger that I've had, my favorite burger, the go-to burger for me at Nano Brew is the PB&J burger, which is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a hamburger with peanut butter on it. They do a bacon jam, and then they put some greens on there. And I know that sounds weird, but it's not. It works. The sweet.
I've had one of those at a different place. Yeah,
the sweet peanut butter with like the savory, salty burger and the bacon jam. Oh man, I can't say enough about it. And then they had the first one I ever tried there was the spicy burger, which was named one of the best 33 burgers in America by Thrillist magazine. And that has cheddar poblano, caramelized onions, spicy mayo, and greens on it. And that was pretty good, but in my opinion, it does not hold a candle to the PB&J burger at all. And last time I went there, I was drinking, what did I have last time? Oh, they still have the Vorloff. I had the Market Garden Midnight Vorloff Porter on tap there. And they always have Market Garden there because they're in collaboration with Market Garden. So you're always getting something nice and fresh when you go up there, for sure. And then usually they'll have... like I said, their cask beers. Looks like right now they've got a Nano Porter on and a Nano Weizenbach, which I've never had a Weizenbach. You guys familiar with Weizenbachs?
Yeah, I've had a couple. They're not real common, and the ones I've had have been straight out of Germany. I've not had a U.S. version of a Weizenbach yet.
Yeah, it says they have a ginger and clove Weizenbach.
Wow, sounds like they're playing around a little bit too.
Oh yeah, yeah. It sounds interesting. I'd try it. I would definitely try it if I was up there for sure. And yeah, so I mean, if you're up there, you want a good burger, you're in Ohio City. There's only one place to go to eat, and that is Nano Brew.
I have to try the peanut butter and jelly burger.
Yeah, I mean, you could make it down here, of course. Just get some Jif, throw it on a burger.
It goes well together. There was a place in Delaware that was doing that for a while, and had one of them. Oh man, it was good.
Yeah, get that bun all toasty, get that peanut butter melty in there. Oh man, I'm making myself hungry.
I know, me too.
Quit using those pipes.
All right, let's go, Chief. Right into
All right,
Moreland.
let's go into Christian Moreland.
We only got like a minute.
All right, well, I tell you what.
We can tease it and come back with it if you want.
We could tease it and come back to it. I will tell you this, though. If you're looking for some like authentic, European or German style beers, you're going to get that at Christian Moreland. They really don't do anything that's overly hoppy. What they do is some really good, smooth tasting beers. Something that maybe would chase down a Busch Light pretty well, or Busch.
They got a great
Busch, no Busch Light.
Yeah, no
what do you
Busch Light.
think I am?
Let's not get crazy.
They got a good cream ale though. They got a good cream ale.
Busch is for the woods.
Yeah, they got great cream ale, and just their standard lager, your Bohemian lager is awesome. So, we'll talk about that. A little bit of history of Christian Moreland coming up here in a little while.
All right, we'll be right back because the doctor's going to be in the studio in just a little bit with Christian Moreland, Chat, and Country Blue Glass. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Are you a sports fan? Do you have a mobile phone? Great, that's all you need to stay up to date with ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, with original talk shows starting every 2 hours, covering every sport from every angle.
From basketball
to hockey
to martial arts
to fantasy football.
We cover all Ohio sports. Just go to ScoreOnAir.com or download the TuneIn Radio app and search Score On Air. You'll be part of the action in no time. Whether you're stuck in traffic, at the grocery store, studying at the library, anywhere for that matter. Tune in anytime to get your sports fix. Follow us on social media or go to ScoreOnAir.com for even more original content, including play-by-play of local high school and college games, sports articles, and podcasts. ScoreOnAir.com is your home for the best analysis, coverage, and lukewarm sports takes. The best part, we're broadcasting live right here in Columbus.
OH.
ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio.
The Score.
NWA Midwest Championship Wrestling is looking for interns. Have you heard of Ric Flair? Well, this is the company that brought you Ric Flair before he went to the WWE, and we're looking for interns to work behind the scenes hand in hand with production, with audio, with video, and with podcasts and radio. Contact Damon Dury, the big dog, at 740-971-3968.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
The new generation of sports talk radio. Here's your ScoreOnAir.com Score Center update.
Major League home run leader Eric Thames scored twice before leaving with an injury, and Orlando Arcia homered and had 3 RBIs, leading the Milwaukee Brewers to a 9-4 win over the Reds on Wednesday to complete a 3-game sweep. Reds began a series in St. Louis versus the Cardinals on Friday. First pitch is at 8:15 on Fox Sports Reds. Dallas Keuchel, 2 years removed from winning the Cy Young Award in 2015, gave up a home run early, but otherwise handled the Indians in business-like fashion Tuesday night in Houston's 4-2 victory at Progressive Field. Right-hander Trevor Bauer will face the Astros and right-hander Lance McCullers Jr. on Wednesday night at 6:10 on Sports Time, Ohio. T-minus 1 day to the NFL draft and counting, and we might have a Lyle Collins situation on our hands. Police in Ohio are investigating whether first-round lock cornerback Garyon Conley of Ohio State was involved in a sexual assault earlier this month in Cleveland.
This is from Conley. The allegations against me concerning the night of April 8 and 9 that have recently been reported in multiple media outlets are completely false, Conley says.
Former New York Yankees shortstop Derek Jeter is part of a group led by ex-Florida Governor Jeb Bush to purchase the Miami Marlins after submitting a bid of $1.3 billion. That's according to multiple reports. For the latest news, scores, and updates, keep it locked right here to the new generation of Sports Talk Radio. ScoreOnAir.com, The Score.
You're listening to the home of heart-pounding, adrenaline-pumping sports.
Broadcasting from Ohio Media School in the greatest city in the state.
In the greatest state in the country.
In the greatest country in the world.
You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com.
All right, we're back. Number 29, the Beer Monger sessions right here on www.scoreonair.com on the Be On Air network. Get on that YouTube and go to Score On Air and check us out. We are live right now with Country Blue Glass, Moon Boot Catfish Glass, and the Red Bone, the Big Bone, the Red Bone, the Red Rocket of the group.
Whoa, we just went to a new place.
Yeah, we went to a new body part or a dog part.
I really don't know how I got this name. It was a drunken escapades in northern Michigan somewhere. So who knows?
So you guys didn't give yourselves your own names?
No, I didn't name myself. Hey, we named him because he found a moon boot in a trash pile, and we were gathering a bunch of stuff to recycle to go to our first trade show.
I have some woods, and this junk pile was buried out there, and like, well, let's go see what we can get scrap-wise. And I think we got like $300 or $400, and we all split it up evenly for our plane ticket.
We needed $2,000.
But 300's a good start, right?
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Chief, let's do it. Let's get into Moorline.
All right, Christian Moorline. So Christian Moorline, oddly enough, is named after the founder, Christian Moorline. He was born in Bavaria in 1818. Yeah, that's in Germany. About 1841, he came over to the U.S., and he was actually a blacksmith. The reason he came over was to run his trade, blacksmithing in Cincinnati, but he was also a home brewer. Oddly enough, they were home brewing even back then. So he... after a while, he decided to give up on the horseshoeing and the blacksmithing, and he got into just straight-up brewing beers in 1853. And he brought that German tradition with him. And he was brewing that in Cincinnati. He was at the over the Rhine district, which is the German area at the time in Cincinnati, and so he ran that till about 1897 or so. Christian Moerlein was the first brewery to be accepted for the Reinheitsgebot, the German purity laws, and so he eventually died. The company kept on going on and off for several years, and then about 2004. The Cincinnati resident and beer baron Gregory Hardeman bought the Christian Moerlein name and the recipes and brought that fine beer back to us here. So I mean, it's really some of that old school German style beer, and if you're looking for something that's real hoppy or something that's got crazy different flavors and chocolates and all kinds of stuff in it, they do a few of those, but it's not their bread and butter. I mean, they are still there to brew historic German proper old school beers. And I mean, if that's what you're looking for, it's some great beer. Their Helles Lager is fantastic.
That is good.
They also make oddly enough, they also bought the Hudepol line because the Hudepol family actually owned the Moerlein family, so they had to buy the Hudepol line. So that's why we got Hudepol back out, which is another fine stylistic beer, and then also Little Kings, and you better not make that sound for Little Kings, baby, because that's some good beer right there.
Creamy.
Creamy, yeah.
I'll give you a sound of a baby crapping in his diaper.
Oh, man. Quit that, man. I like me some Little Kings. That was my first beer, Little Kings.
You need like 70 of them to
back
get
when
a buzz.
Back when I was like 14, I drank about 70 of them. I had more than a buzz going on. So
we're not talking about beer 30 light or anything, so.
No, yeah, we're not talking about that. I mean, we're talking about those beers that were, in the 70s. We're doing really well, 70s and 80s, and then all the big breweries, Miller and Bud, squeezed everybody out, So at least we get some of that taste back. Wasn't for these companies buying these and coming back, we wouldn't even have Mickey's right now. And I know somebody in this room loves him some Mickey's.
Heck yeah,
you like a big mouth.
I love those Mickey's.
But so yeah, they have a beautiful tap house in down Cincinnati. It's right in between the Reds and the Bengals stadiums. So you can overlook.
Yeah, why is there no Bengal stuff in here anyway? I'm a little disappointed.
Well,
Who Day.
Yeah, there really is nothing.
Franco, where all the there is no Bengal stuff in here.
There's no Bengal stuff in here because Jake, the program director, is a Cleveland fan, and so am I.
Well, I think that answers that.
Wow, man, the Redbone.
Redbone just got shut down.
Outnumbered.
Hey, just not your day today, Redbone.
But some of the beers that they currently have on draft, they got the Barbarossa, which is it's a dark lager. They got their Helles lager on. They have a Blood Orange IPA right now on draft. Doppelbock, the Strawberry Pig, which is a strawberry cream ale.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, that one's canned. You can find that around some different places.
I like the Kingpin as their cream ale.
Yeah,
that's
Kingpin's
really
good. They got a Mexican lime lager, so they're doing a little throwback to, for Cinco de Mayo. And oddly enough, in case you guys didn't know, Mexican style lagers are based on German beers. They were actually the Germans were brewing that in Mexico way back when. So if it wasn't for the Germans, we wouldn't have Mexican beer.
That's pretty awesome because
right?
I love Mexican beers. There's a 12-pack of Tecate in my refrigerator at home right
Is
now.
there really? Yeah.
Oh, Tecate's the best beach beer for the summer. Oh man,
yeah,
so good.
You look at a lot of those German beers, you'll see Vienna style lager on it because they were brought over from Vienna.
I like that. I'm gonna share that with Kevin because he's a big Mexican style beer fan. So.
Oh, there you go.
They said one of the most popular craft beers is
Snappy Finger Snappy?
I know.
Those are good.
Not a second. White can. Help me out.
Modelo.
Modelo, yeah. Modelo is the most drank craft beer.
I did not realize that.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean that's the statistic that I had pulled up. So.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they got the Christian Moorline Purity Pills, so, I mean, you're going to get right back to where you're supposed to be with that. And Moorline has a great kitchen, too. You know, they got flatbreads, some great entrees. We had a good time when we did a tour, Cincinnati bus tour, and Moorline was fortunate enough to have us at the beginning before everyone got completely lit and threw out, and then we got thrown out of.
I got to get on one of them buses.
Yeah. Ryan Geist threw a bunch of us out.
Ryan Geist did? That's the truth.
They throw us out for sure.
Yeah, one person didn't even step foot in the building. They're like, "No, you're not coming in." So.
Ryan Geist will hit you hard, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the truth, no doubt will. The truth, no doubt will.
But there's your rundown of Christian Moorline. I mean, if you're looking for if you want to get some great English style or German style, European style beers, go to Christian Moorline and check that out.
I love their tap room there too.
Yeah,
the restaurant. It's beautiful. It's huge.
Huge, 2 floors. Got a big patio that overlooks the river and the 2 stadiums.
A blood orange IPA sounds amazing.
Blood orange IPA, yeah.
Sounds so good.
Yeah, so I'm looking for that. And I mean, their pricing is good too. I mean, they are not gouging on their beers.
We'll find something blood orange to drink after the show today, guys. We do an after show pint. 4th Row Studio. All right.
Today?
What's that?
May try.
Yes. Now, guys, if you had to give a quick ballpark, how many places you guys retailing right here in the Central Ohio area?
Oh man,
that many?
8, maybe. I don't know.
One here in Columbus, and that's Hetty's Hideout. So go check them out. I think they're on Parsons.
They
if
are
I
on
remember.
Parsons. They're right by a craft beer store too.
Yep, and there's some beer there and a decent bar, which I can't remember the name of right now. But yeah, check Hetty's Hideout if you're in the Columbus area.
Hetty's Hideout is a nice store too because it's really like an art gallery almost. I don't know if you've ever been in there or not, but the way they've got it set up, it really is.
Yes, I have.
It is like a gallery and not just your average. I don't know. You feel like you're walking into a more sophisticated store than that. You know, people just kind of have a stigma of what a pipe store is like, and
people also have a stigma about what Parsons is like.
Right. Well, it's nice right there. Yeah.
There's a half a block. It's great.
On Parsons. Nice. Well, hey, we're gonna take a break here, and we're gonna come back. And hey, gents, it's time for Country Blue Glass to see the doctor. So stand by. We'll be right back, and Dr. Monger will be in the studio with us diagnosing Country Blue Glasses.
We need help.
Beer problems.
I'm scared.
We'll be right back.
This is Bob McElligott, the radio voice of the Columbus Blue Jackets, and you're listening to the new generation of sports talk radio, ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Hey guys, Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Get the training you need to get a job you will love. The Ohio Media School has classes in radio, television, sports broadcasting, and film and video production. Visit BeOnAir.com today to get started. That's BeOnAir.com.
What's good, Big Game James?
How you feeling, D.O. Jr.?
My guy, I'm super excited. High school sports is starting back, man.
Man, I'm even more excited because we got this new show starting. Tell the people what we doing, D.O. Jr.
Man, we starting the Central Ohio High School Showcase, the COHSS.
That's right. We're covering football, basketball, baseball, soccer, volleyball, and track and field. If it's in season, we own it.
Hey, you know we do this for the kids, man. You can listen live by going to ScoreOnAir.com via the TuneIn app or watch us streaming live by going to the Score On Air YouTube channel.
The COHSS, giving you nothing less, showcasing Central Ohio's best.
I'm Jake Safranco with your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Now here's the Sports Doc, Dr. Chris Stankovich.
When we think of athletes like Derek Jeter, Kobe Bryant, or Tom Brady, often the first word that comes to mind is clutch. These are the types of athletes who seem to perform their best when the pressure is on. Did you know that clutch athletes aren't necessarily born that way? But what separates them from the competition is that clutch players are not afraid to fail. That's the biggest difference. In fact, they want the ball when the game is on the line. You know, in order to really solidify this point, you might want to go back to an old Michael Jordan commercial where he talked about not how many shots he made when the game was on the line, but how many times he missed. So it's important that we note, in order to perform our best in clutch situations, we have to want the ball in those situations, and we cannot be afraid to fail. Otherwise, we will fail in clutch situations.
This has been your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Enrolling now, visit beonair.com.
The Score wants to make you, you, a winner. Each week, scoreonair.com is giving away a prize pack that'll knock your socks off.
Ouch, hey, that hurt.
How? First of all, like us on Facebook, and every Monday we will pin up a post to the top of our feed, updating you on what the week's prize and contest details are. Now here, take your socks back. A winner will be selected every week at 7 p.m. Friday on our combat sports show, Tyson's Punch-Out. So give us a call or text to get qualified. This is your home for the new generation of sports talk radio and weekly prize giveaways. Here's how to qualify. Message us on Facebook at Your Score on Air or Twitter, also at Your Score on Air with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth. Or you could just simply call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to qualify to win T-shirts, sporting memorabilia, and more. This is your home for the new generation of sports talk radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Tuesdays from 12 to 2 p.m. It's the Beer Monger Sports Sessions on ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, The Score. And it's not your regular sports show.
Hey guys, Scott Shelton here again, campus director for the Ohio Media School. Are you looking for a career in media, radio, television, sports broadcasting, or film and video production? You need to come check out the Ohio Media School's Columbus campus. You want a job that you will love, and we have the training to get you started. Stop by the Ohio Media School's audio and video studios to check out the opportunities and internships that we have for our students and graduates. Call 614-655-5250 or visit beonair.com. That's beonair.com.
Yeah. Number 29, the Beer Monger Session.
Run downtown, licking his wounds. There's good days.
Redbone, Moot Boot, and Catfish. Country Bluegrass, right up in here. ScoreOnAir.com. Streaming live on YouTube. We've got about $3,000 worth of freaking artwork right out in front of us. I don't break nothing. Ever. I ain't touching nothing. No, I'm just kidding. All right. We are back, and we're about to bust into our first time down here in the collaborative show, the Beer Monger Sessions. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The doctor is now entering the studio. Dr. Monger. Paging Dr. Monger. We got a code blue. Somebody call Dr. Monger. The doctor is in. Oh, yeah, and what that means, ladies and gentlemen, we have Dr. Monger is in the studio with us. How are you doing, Dr. Monger?
I'm well today. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I have not seen you in quite some time. How are you doing? Do you have a pocket full of prescriptions today, sir?
I do, yes. I've been out on the golf course quite a bit, but, running out of money, so it's time to start looking at patients again.
Well, let me tell you right now, we have 3 patients here today. They need your help very badly, all right?
All right, payday.
Yes. One of them just doesn't need a shave. He definitely needs some guidance on some beer, all right? You like that one, Redbone?
That's all right.
Redbone's had a freaking 10-foot beard since I've known him, all right? I've never known him not to have a 10-foot beard. But no, here's the deal. Dr. Monger, Moonboot, Catfish, and Redbone are stuck in craft beer limbo. All right, we did hear Catfish ask if Busch was craft beer,
and the conclusion was yes. Great, thanks for agreeing with me.
Yeah, and then replied, "I wouldn't touch that Busch Light crap."
It's good to see he has taste somewhere.
Yes. I doubt he has much taste buds if that's what he's drinking. But obviously, we have a problem here. Now, I have seen patient Redbone. He has dipped himself into a craft beer frenzy. But I think we need to do is kind of reassert the direction of the red bone, and let's go ahead and get the moon boot.
It goes for
fired
the
up
hole
as well. The red bone is not hitting the hole, so let's go ahead and make sure he gets the mark on the craft beer. And without further ado, Dr. Monger, go ahead, ask him your questions, and I will be here writing notes as your physician's assistant.
All right, Catfish, I'll start with you. I'm just going to go left to right.
There it
All
is.
Right. So, what is it about Busch that you like?
It's cheap.
Cheap. So it's cost. Okay. All right. Now, if you're in your terms with sophisticated company, and you do have a craft beer, what is it that you normally choose?
Sierra Nevada is really my go-to. If you want.
That's a good one.
So good. It just makes me thirsty right now.
That was the one that got me into this world.
Sierra Nevada.
That's one that made me decide to go to medical school. Yep. and I made it through kind of addled, soaked mind on Sierra Nevada, but here I am today and
wearing a Sierra Nevada belt right now, mind you.
Are you really?
No, it's actually a Sweetwater belt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Sweetwater.
I just
good
visited.
as well.
It is. Yeah.
Sierra Nevada.
That's great beer too.
The brewery. I just visited the brewery.
Oh,
in
North Carolina.
Yeah. It's awesome.
I'm going down this summer to see it.
Awesome.
Ride a motorcycle down.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. See if I can park it somewhere. Maybe get Sierra Nevada to drive me around.
Say motorcycles and booze are a killer mix.
Yeah. I'm going to have some limits. I'm going to have to impose. There are people bringing cars, so maybe we'll figure out some driving system or something.
Heck yeah, me and BD are coming.
That's right. All right. So now you live Millersburg,
Morrow County.
Morrow County,
close to Knox County.
Okay. What I would recommend to you, I mean, you're familiar with the brewery, Millersburg Brewery.
Yes, sir.
Is go over there and try their. They have a blonde ale.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
very good blonde ale. It's not overly hoppy. It does have hops to it. It is an ale, so you're going to get that kind of more ale flavor. It kind of lingers, lasts a little bit longer than what you get with a lager. With Busch, how it kind of has that crisp, clean kind of finish to it.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
yes, I do.
Yes. So it'll be. I don't want to use the term. I don't want to use the term necessarily muddy into it, but it's going to have more of a long-lasting kind of flavor to it. But I think that's one that's going to really, you're really going to like, and you're supporting, one of the local breweries out there.
Yeah. I didn't realize that was up there until I don't know last year or so, and I was pleasantly surprised. They have a really good. I think it's a vanilla porter, maybe.
Yes. Yeah.
That's pretty damn good. Darn good. Sorry.
No, I think damn.
That's okay.
That is
That's allowed.
That is allowed.
That's right. Damn. Busch beer.
And then if you if you're ready to go a little bit further than that, their French Ridge IPA is.
It's I like it. I put it right up there with Truth.
Yeah, it's
excellent.
That's a tough. That's a good compare. I mean, a strong comparison.
It is.
Truth is good.
It is.
That's one of my favorites. French Ridge.
Yeah.
Wee.
Just be careful.
Right, so
6 of those and you got a nice bus.
Yeah.
Your prescription is now written.
This is the best doctor visit I've ever had.
Yes.
And I will go I will go to the pharmacy when I leave.
What was that better than the glove I was describing?
I don't know. You haven't given me the glove. I would like to thank you.
Well, we'll be in fourth row here pretty soon.
Hey, we'll go to the program director's office and put the glove on here in a second, all right?
No, actually, we won't.
Yeah. He's got big hands.
So he wants no glove.
No glove.
He says no glove.
All right, Redbone.
No glove, Redbone.
What you need to know.
What is your go-to?
My go-to is usually wherever I'm at is what beer has the highest alcohol content for the best price.
All right. So
that's Mad Dog
or sometimes
2020.
I don't care. Depends on how many I've had before I got there.
Right? Absolutely. Okay. I could definitely see that. So you would like a high priced. Style doesn't really much matter.
I mean, brown ales are my favorite, but it's hard to find them at a very high alcohol. They seem to run 4 to maybe 6 on the high side, but yeah, I like brown ales are my favorites, and you find them stouts again, imperial stouts get up there, so I like that a lot. And a good IPA once in a while too.
How about barley wines? You ever had any barley wines?
Yeah, I like some barley wines from time to time.
All right. Bigfoot comes in around 9.5%.
Oh yeah, Bigfoot's good. I got to tap a barrel when I was down there at Sierra Nevada.
Oh, did you really?
And I got to taste some I don't know, it was a special Bigfoot or whatever. I can't really remember, but yeah, we tapped the barrel and had it right out the barrel.
You kind of look like Bigfoot.
I feel like Bigfoot.
Well, I know I've had the barrel aged Bigfoot one time. A friend of mine was the basically East Coast rep, and he brought in a bottle, and it was higher than what was allowed in the
Yeah, that was kind of how this was out of that barrel. It was
state that I was living
great
in at the time. So it was very good.
I think I brought some home even of the Bigfoot.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, so you've already had that. So we now
it's gonna be hard to prescribe me.
He's all over the place. I see him as a Long Trail. I see him drink a lot of Long Trail.
Long Trail's one of my favorite breweries out of Vermont. I love that beer.
Yeah, I've seen you consume a few of those. All right, we're gonna stick with barley in the wine then. We're gonna go to Renegade.
Oh, don't know
Bet
Renegade.
you haven't had Renegade.
I don't know the Renegade.
Yeah, it was new.
I feel like a Renegade.
Yeah,
Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, they're out of Denver, Colorado.
All right.
They just got to the state about 2 weeks ago, and we had some of their redacted red rye IPA, which is fantastic.
Okay.
And then I know Barley Hopsters in Delaware has picked up 6 barrel of the barley wine.
So you're telling me I should go in there and get me some?
You should go in there and get you some, probably in about a week or two, though, because that's not, I don't believe they have tapped it yet. But they do have cans of the red rye IPA. So I'd recommend you give that a shot, too. It's a very good beer. In fact, first time I had it was at Penn's Mechanical, and normally when I'm at a bar, I'm on a different beer every time, and I just drank that all night. I just could not get off of that beer.
What's the alcohol on that?
It's around 7.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
7's
not a real
pretty
high,
good.
but price point's pretty good on it.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's one I would recommend for you to try out.
I will give it. I'll give it a go.
All right.
Thank you.
Man, prescriptions left and right going
This
all
doctor,
over the place.
boy, he knows how to get you.
We got one more. We got one more.
All right, Moon Boot.
I'm an IPA head. I like IPAs.
Doubles, all right. You like doubles? You like doubles?
Yeah, I like all. I'm not so much on the Imperial side, but pretty much any IPA I'm down with.
Have you tried the you familiar with Rhine Guy's Truth, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you had the Knowledge yet?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, that's relatively new out. I thought that was seasonal. It turns out that's going to be a year-round offering from them. So that's doing pretty well. I think another double to recommend to you.
I've got something that over here while I'm taking notes is your physical or your PA. I'm sorry.
Right on. Yeah.
Your PA, physician's assistant of alcohol. If he can drink a Truth, he can drink an Alaskan Brewing Company Hopthermia. That's a double. Oh yeah. Have you had that one yet?
Hopthermia is good.
Yeah, it's good, and it's got a really good body, doctor.
Yeah, no, that sounds like that's an excellent suggestion. Thank you very much.
Hey, you know what? I've learned a lot from you over the course of the years, doctor. So, one of these days maybe I'll have my own practice.
You're getting there.
I know. Maybe I should just leave the studio today and just go writing prescriptions.
Yeah, let's go practice.
Yeah.
Well,
oddly
enough,
I'll practice with the country grown glass right now.
Oddly enough, I'm going to be out looking at some maybe expanding the offices. So, be checking that out later on today.
There it is. And guess what else we got going on later today? From 3 to 4 o'clock, we've got Allison Fisher exclusive interview from last Friday. 3:10. I'm sorry, that's going to be 3:10. Thank you, Squiz. Always correcting us when we make mistakes. That's right. Yep. Hey, that's what the engineer does, right? So, I say Hopthermia.
I'm down to Hopthermia. I agree with that.
You will back that up. The Bader's got some. He's got his finger
I'm
up
going
over
with
here. What do you got, Bader?
Phoenix Brewing embalming fluid.
Embalming fluid, yes.
I have not heard of that.
That's another local brewery.
For you guys, Phoenix can't be that. Mansfield's not
Embalming
that far
fluid
away
sounds
for
like
you guys.
someone putting Nate out.
The Krampus Candy, the albino stout, is one of the best things I've ever had in my life, and that's from Phoenix Brewing Company. I suggest that to
An
everybody.
albino stout?
I'm sorry?
Albino stout? Is that what you
albino
said?
stout, a white stout. I'm telling you right now, I've been drinking stouts ever since I tried this down at Phoenix now, and there's nothing like it. The albino stout Krampus Candy from Phoenix Brewing Company right there. So, hey, there it is. The doctor was in the studio. throwing out prescriptions left and right. Hey, we'll be right back. This is the Beer Monger Sessions number 29. We got some news, and we got some more Country Blue Glass before we get on out of here. Hey, stay put. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
Are you a sports fan? Do you have a mobile phone? Great, that's all you need to stay up to date with ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, with original talk shows starting every 2 hours, covering every sport from every angle.
From basketball
to hockey
to martial arts.
Fantasy football.
We cover all Ohio sports. Just go to ScoreOnAir.com or download the TuneIn Radio app and search Score On Air. You'll be part of the action in no time. Whether you're stuck in traffic, at the grocery store, studying at the library, anywhere for that matter. Tune in anytime to get your sports fix. Follow us on social media or go to ScoreOnAir.com for even more original content, including play-by-play of local high school and college games, sports articles, and podcasts. ScoreOnAir.com is your home for the best analysis, coverage, and lukewarm sports takes. The best part, we're broadcasting live right here in Columbus.
OH.
ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio.
The Score.
In a small village in Romania, after the 8th grade, students desiring to attend high school must pay their own way for transportation. From the village of Mochu to Cluj to Apahita, it costs $350 American per year per child for the bus ride of over 1 hour each way. With your help, 8 Roma children will be able to accomplish something their parents and grandparents could not do. Most of their parents have not received an elementary education. This year, 3 boys and 5 girls can have that chance to attend high school. Will you help? Please make a donation of whatever you can to help these 8 children get their high school education. Make your donations payable to Worthington Presbyterian Church, 773 North High Street, Worthington, Ohio, 43085. And add on the memo line, bus transportation. Your donation will make a dream become a reality.
The new generation of sports talk radio. Here's your ScoreOnAir.com Score Center update.
Major League home run leader Eric Thames scored twice before leaving with an injury, and Orlando Arcia homered and had 3 RBIs, leading the Milwaukee Brewers to a 9-4 win over the Reds on Wednesday to complete a 3-game sweep. Reds began a series in St. Louis versus the Cardinals on Friday. First pitch is at 8:15 on Fox Sports Reds. Dallas Keuchel, 2 years removed from winning the Cy Young Award in 2015, gave up a home run early, but otherwise handled the Indians in business-like fashion Tuesday night in Houston's 4-2 victory at Progressive Field. Right-hander Trevor Bauer will face the Astros and right-hander Lance McCullers Jr. on Wednesday night at 6:10 on Sports Time, Ohio. T-minus 1 day to the NFL draft and counting, and we might have a Lyle Collins situation on our hands. Police in Ohio are investigating whether first-round lock cornerback Garyon Conley of Ohio State was involved in a sexual assault earlier this month in Cleveland.
This is from Conley. The allegations against me concerning the night of April 8 and 9 that have recently been reported in multiple media outlets are completely false, Conley says.
Former New York Yankees shortstop Derek Jeter is part of a group led by ex-Florida Governor Jeb Bush to purchase the Miami Marlins after submitting a bid of $1.3 billion. That's according to multiple reports. For the latest news, scores, and updates, keep it locked right here to the new generation of Sports Talk Radio. ScoreOnAir.com, The Score.
What a beautiful day. 73 degrees. That's alright with me.
Oh, yeah.
Ruckus, waking up in the morning feeling great. First day off in 10 days, man, I can't wait to grab the
Oh yeah, we are back. We are back, number 29, the Beer Monger Sessions, and we're working our way closer and closer to that after show pint. And don't forget, from 3:10 to 4 p.m., we have the Allison Fisher exclusive interview from last Friday. And without further ado, it's the big deal, real deal, Chad Deal. What do we got in news?
Man, we're going to give them a little teaser about what's coming up on May the 16th. We have Mr. Bob Clannon at Kickmaster Foot Golf is coming in to show us what he's got going on over there in Grove City. This place is absolutely crazy. It has a giant dart board that you kick a ball into. You play darts. It has the big bubble balls that you climb inside and you play a game of soccer with. It has the billiards, soccer, pool game that everybody is seen on like Facebook and is willing to try. They have an outdoor soccer golf course that we are going to go give it a shot. That'll be May the 16th from 1 to 2. Bob Clannon from Kickmaster Foot Golf will be in here. So just want to give a little teaser and let everybody know what was coming up. We also have the first annual Fairfield Federal Scratch Tournament coming up Sunday, May 7th at 11 a.m. at Tiki Bowling Lanes at 1521 Tiki Lane, Lancaster, Ohio 43130. This will be $1,000 guaranteed for first place for all you bowling mongers. $65 entry, bowl 6 games, then cut to a 2-game match play, and then possibly go to a stepladder final. That's all I have for you, Spart. So,
all right. Well, I got a little something for you. Big deal, real deal, Chad Deal.
What we got going on?
This is what I got. What we got? All right. What we got coming next week? That's what I got. This is what we got coming next week. Next Tuesday, we will have the Columbus Axe Throwing people here. You can check it out at columbusaxethrowing.com. You can give them a call at 470-236-2699, and they are at 80 South 6th Street in Columbus, Ohio. Hey, does any glass blowers know how to throw axes?
I've dabbled.
Nice. Great terminology.
I can throw things.
You can throw things? Vomit.
Tables, chairs, people.
Nice. Catfish?
Yeah, I can throw an axe pretty good.
You throw an axe pretty good?
Much expert level.
Boy, right now I'm telling you real quick. Hey, you can go to 80 South 6th Street in Columbus, Ohio, and they have axe throwing, and they also have axe throwing leagues. There's only 22 axe throwing places around the world that are part of these leagues, and right here in Columbus, Ohio, we got one.
I feel like you just called my bluff. I really don't. I've never thrown an axe.
You never thrown an axe?
Have you thrown one?
Have you ever cut wood before? You ever cut wood before?
I've maybe cut wood.
Well, hey, I just wanted to go ahead and tease about next Tuesday's show on that note. But here, I got one last question I've got to ask you guys. All right, in the glass industry, there's a lot of things. And you know what they say? If it makes no sense, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. All right? So here's the deal. Everybody goes to the Gentleman Club or the Lion's Den and stuff like that. And one of the things that I've seen there, I haven't been there in many, many, many years, but what I do remember was glass parts of, you know what I'm writing, I guess let's say
anatomy.
Do you want me to make you a dildo? Is that what you're getting at?
No, I'm just saying, what is the market for that? Because I know it's out there.
We've dabbled a little bit and with really not much success. I know people do have make a living out of it, but I don't know.
It ain't for me. I like to make the pipes. You can smoke them. And they don't have to ram them. That could hurt.
All right.
Although this could be ribbed for her pleasure. I don't know.
Well, what you do with my glass is what you do with my glass.
Oh my gosh.
You can check me out, Redbone, at Instagram, Redbone Glass.
All right, get them in, guys. Get them in. Tell us all about it.
Let them with the hide, Bubba Booey. Catfish Glass.
At Moonboot 710.
Now,
we'd like to thank some places out in Colorado. So if you guys are listening in Colorado, if you could go check out Elevate and Higher Elevation. Not exactly sure their locations, but they are out there in Colorado, and they buy quite a bit of our glass. Also out there, we got Craven Glass, craven.com. They're a internet site. Check them out. They carry a lot of our stuff.
And Mountain Wookiees.
Now,
Ohio. Yeah, here in Ohio, real quick. We got Hetty's Hideout, Import Houses, Athens and Yellow Springs, Hazy Shade Dayton, Daystar 1, and Dose in Cleveland.
Daystar was the first ever head shop I went to because I grew up near the Cleveland area.
We got
I
our
love
local
Daystar.
guy in Delaware, Stash House. Sorry about that.
Tony Stash.
Oh yeah, Tony Stash. Tony Stash. As a matter of fact, I was just I was over there when you guys were having a demonstration out there.
Yeah, it was
on
really
Earth
cool
Day.
to see a shop like that open in Delaware. I was really hope it works for him.
Well, I'll be honest. Let's just say it over the air right now. It's not what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? It's not what it used to be. The stereotype isn't as strong as it used to be. And let's be honest, it's medicine. And that's where Spartan Biscuit's going to leave that. It's medicine.
And real quick, I also know Tony Stash, and he's really happy with the stuff you're doing. He has people coming in all the time with sample things that he's looking at. He's like, man, bought this out of China, or, this guy's not making this stuff at all, So it's awesome to see you guys supporting the local businesses and going down there and doing the glass blows and showing your trade.
Yeah, definitely imported pipes are, the pipe industry is flooded with that too, just like any
Right.
other industry in the country now.
Yeah.
It's great when people support local, obviously.
Yeah, and you can tell the difference just looking at it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Country Blue Glass, you got anything you want to say? Do you have anybody else out there you want to talk to real quick?
I love you.
Hit him with the hind.
Say it.
I need some beer.
Yeah, it's about that time. Master Chief Monger, what do you got?
Well, I'm ready. I think I'm ready to partake.
Dude, I'm ready. I'm ready. The real deal, big deal, Chad deal. What do you got, brother?
Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Man, I'm ready. We're ready for that after show pint, man. Well, have we figured out what we're doing today yet?
Heck yeah, we're gonna go right
Pint,
to
I
Fourth
need
Row
like
Studios, and we'll figure it out there. The cereal baiter.
You guys think I come here to talk about the hash and Renegade H3 and pimp that out and all that, but I really just come here for the after show pint.
Yeah, I know you do. Hey, Bader,
I'm going to start coming for that.
Yeah, hey, we've been to over 20 breweries around downtown area, Phoenix Brewing Company, and Mansfield. We're going to Cleveland. We're going to Cincinnati. We're going to Dayton. We're going to Athens. We're going to Chicago. Woo! We're going to Miami. We're going to Colorado. Let me tell you, the beer mongers, we're going. You don't have to ask when. All you got to know is we're coming and we're going.
We're going to Asheville, North Carolina.
Thanks, Monger.
We're going to New Orleans.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, it was a pleasure having you guys. And Squiz, you got anything?
Just gonna say thanks to Country Bluegrass for coming in. It's been fun, and we're gonna go ahead and play this Allison Fisher interview. Go right into that. So stick around for that, Monger Maniacs.
That's right, you Monger Maniacs. You got to stick around because here it comes. Allison Fisher, exclusive interview from last Friday. I am Spartan Biscuit, and this was the Beer Monger Session number 29. Stay put. You will see us and hear us next Tuesday. But here comes Allison Fisher, exclusive interview from last Friday. World Legend Billiard. Have a good one. It's time for a pint.
You're listening to the Beer Mongers Sports Sessions on ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio. The Score. Here's your host, Spartan Biscuit, Master Chief Monger, and Squiz.
Oh, yeah. Bringing that applause, ladies and gentlemen. We've got somebody here in the studio today. Global legend. Bring that applause. We need that applause. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Beer Monger Sessions exclusive interview with Allison Fisher right here on www.scoreonair.com. I am your host, Spartan Biscuit.
And Chad, the real deal.
Squiz over here on the boards.
And without further ado, Allison Fisher, how are we doing today?
We are doing fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm good. Now, Allison, I would like you to introduce your friend here as well.
This is Adina Pelletier. She's my Ohio manager.
Nice.
No, she's a former student of mine. We met like that and we've become friends. And anytime I come up to this area, she helps get my classes going and involves me in pool in the area.
Yeah, and this time we did 2 classes. We can usually fit up to 8 students in a class, and I beg her to come at least once a year And we do an amazing job of helping both women and men progress their game.
Well, we appreciate you bringing her into the studios today, and we like to. I have to say that these are two very beautiful women sitting right here in front of me, and I am just honored so much, so deeply to have you and on this show today. I don't think I've ever, honestly,
I know we're all just kind of
somebody
in awe
this,
right now.
This
I mean, right now, ladies and gentlemen, right now, their hands are glowing right now with professionalism and challenge. Okay, I mean, it's hard to keep the glow down in the studio right now because a lot of power is going through these ladies' fingers and hands. All right, so it's definitely a pleasure, and this is definitely the biggest Beer Monger session exclusive interview that we've had thus far, and we're right up there with 30 plus shows now. And it's just, it's unbelievable. Squiz, how we doing over there?
Doing great. Levels are looking good.
Yeah. What do you think about this, Squiz?
I'm excited.
I know. We were all excited.
I am so excited.
This is what we have been talking about all week. Joe, one of our fellow students, has been talking about. Everybody's been talking about it. So how do you like Ohio so far, Allison?
Love it. And people have been wonderful. I was here last year teaching as well. So I've been around. I've lived in Charlotte now for 22 years. So I've been in the States a long time.
Okay.
I'm almost local now.
Yeah,
I'm a local.
Yeah. Now, why Charlotte?
That was a good story. 1995, I got a one-way ticket over to the US to play pool. That was my decision, right? One-way ticket. I'm sitting on the plane, and I'm thinking, what have I just done? I've got a suitcase and a cue, and that's it. So I went to Toronto. I landed in Toronto because I felt like I could still play snooker and pool, mix it up a bit, and I had friends there. And then my first WPBA professional tournament was in Charlotte. So I got on the plane to Charlotte, landed there, and it was a little pool hall called Mother's Billiard Parlour. And I felt at home immediately. As soon as I walked in, the people, the players welcomed me. I got a promoter's spot for the event. And I just felt like I was in the right environment, so it was a good decision. So Charlotte was my first ever tournament, and the person who owned the pool hall back then, Kelly Oyama, invited me to stay with her family after that because we had a tournament the following week in Orlando. So rather than go back and forth, I stayed there and hung out with a few of the players, so I got familiar with a lot of the players on tour. So I went from Charlotte, I played in that tournament and I finished 9th. And then went on to Orlando, which was the second ever tournament that I played in, and I won it.
Oh,
so
wow.
a lot happened very quickly
Nice.
for me. So I ended up back in Charlotte. That was the first place I played in, and that was where I stayed and made a home base.
Wow. I've spent a little time in North Carolina. I love the winters down there because they're almost non-existent. You know?
It's lovely. It's a lovely place, actually, and I didn't really pick it for it, but it turned out to be a hub of US Airways at the time. It's now American. But you could go anywhere in the country non-stop pretty much. And what I liked is they had a flight back to England, which only takes like 7 hours. So that was always good for me too.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
it turned out well for travel.
Wow.
Awesome. So what started the fascination with playing pool in your life? What?
Yeah, I was obviously meant to do it because when I was 7 years old, I was a bit of a tomboy growing up. I had 2 older brothers, and my father was watching snooker on television. And I just sat next to him and I asked him how it all worked and what he's watching, and he told me about it, and I asked for a small table for Christmas. So I got my 2 favourite things at that time were my little snooker table, a little tabletop snooker table, and a little gunshot game that I had, a little ball bearings, and you fire at targets. So I was always very focused, I guess, on aiming something. And so I just used to take on all comers who came into the house. Once I knew how the points worked and everything, I just played it all the time. And when I was 11 years old, we moved to Sussex, and my uncle had a 6-foot table, like a slate-based snooker table, and I never used to get it out when I went over there, but I always wanted to play on it. So one day my dad came home with it. He bought it off my uncle, brought it home, and we set it up in a little place outside the kitchen. And I was so excited. The first couple of days we had it, the room wasn't quite big enough. So I was like doing like a massage shot. And I broke the window into the kitchen. What I was trying to do was get it into a bigger room. So eventually it made it into the lounge, into the living area, where I'd step on the couch and get my own way, get my space that I needed for a proper stance and cue action. But that was how it was just a fascination very early on. Loved it. And then when we moved, I got more chances to play it. So it's kind of ironic that that move worked for me because, you know, when I was a kid growing up, my mum's work, they had full-size snooker tables in a sports facility in a bar area, but they wouldn't let me in because I wasn't old enough. So a couple of times I had the chances to play, but I couldn't get on the table. So then when we moved, I had that, you know, I had that chance to do it. And then they used to drink in a local pub called the Central Club in Peacehaven. So I used to go in there, and I couldn't take my eyes off the full-size snooker table. I just was watching it all the time. And so I went home that night and I was crying in my bed, and my mum comes in and says, "What's wrong?" I said, "Can you ask the owner if I can play on the table?" Right. So she asked Dad asked the owner, and they let me, and that was it. That was it for me. I got on it and I didn't stop.
Great story.
Yeah.
Now, just because you brought up the proper stance, do you think that has any play in the way you stand to hold the pool stick
Definitely,
today?
yeah.
Because I know you use a more square approach
Yes.
to the pool table. Is that because maybe the kitchen window was in the way?
Well, that too. The kitchen window. Listen, I made it get out of the way very quickly. I created my space. But, you know, funny thing is, when I was about 16 years old, this is a funny story, right? My parents at this time, so I'd been in a few tournaments and I'd done quite well. So at 16 years old, we decided to build an extension on the house. So my parents took out a second mortgage to put this extension on. That took away from the back garden. And we're walking down the street one day, and my mum goes to me, we're having a little walk, she goes, "Ali?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Promise this isn't a phase you're going through." You know, and I laugh about it because I said I was a brownie for a few weeks. They bought the uniform and then I quit. So I didn't want them to like build the room on, put the table in, and then I quit. So no, I said, "I don't think it is. You know, I really love it." But I remember talking about stance. I used to practice on that table daily, of course. And I used to go in and set up a straight-in shot, like blue on the spot. And when I felt my stance was like perfect, I felt, right, this is it, I'm locked in. I got a Sharpie and drew on the carpet around my feet.
Okay.
So every day, of course, I wasn't paying for the carpet back then. You know.
Yeah, no.
But you won't see that at my home now. But and so anyway, every day I'd get on there, get in the stance, and then look down to see if I'm duplicating it all the time. So that's kind of how I sort of ingrained it as a habit.
Because you, in the billiards world, you have to be comfortable, and your stroke is everything.
Well, you have to, the hardest shot actually is a straight-in shot, length of a table.
So, I mean, that's great to know. I mean, for the young kids out there, what's something you could tell the young kids to over the radio without showing them what do they need to look for to improve their game?
The most important thing in this game is to have a slow backswing before you strike the shot, slow backswing, and then staying down. Right, staying down. When you hit the ball, just hold it for a little longer than you think. That ingrains a good habit, but also it's a mental picture of the shot and feedback. You know, you're trying to feel the shot. And if you're jumping off out the shot all the time, you're never going to feel it.
Yeah, for most of our listeners out there, I mean that for a lot of people that I know in the pool world around here, the biggest key is to stay down on the shot. But
you're just telling me to do that last week, big deal.
Yeah, you got to stay down on the shot.
I'm terrible.
I mean, somebody told me something when I was a young kid, and it helped me along for the rest of my life as far up until now. They told me if the only way I'm going to get 100% out of my game is to put 100% into every ball.
That's exactly it. And you know, you learn that at a young age. When I was about 13, 14, I was playing, you know, when you miss an easy ball to win a match, it's like you sink, don't you? It's like really, because you can play these great shots and the adrenaline's going, and then you get the easy shot and you miss it, and you're like, you learn not to be complacent. But my parents were really good. They're very supportive. And I remember I was in a tournament, I probably was 15, 16 years old. So I left school at 16. Not advisable, but it worked for me. But anyway, I was playing in a tournament. We finished at about midnight, and I played a good friend of mine, and I was kind of taking it too easy. I was sort of having a laugh and a bit of a joke around the table. Anyway, I ended up losing. So that was the lesson. So we were in the car on the way home, and it was all quiet, and I thought, here we go, something's going to happen. So they're having so they said, okay, we've just given up our weekend. We're spending a lot of money taking you around, and if you want to go out and get a job, you know, work in a shop or whatever, that's fine. We'll support you. But if you want to carry on playing this game for us to give up our time and our money helping you, you need to put in more effort. They gave me the talk, talk, but it changed everything for me then. I realised that I wanted to play the game more than I did want to go and work down the road. So, and that was it. You know, sometimes you just need somebody to say something, and then it just, you know, makes you work a little bit harder. So I did.
You could probably still remember what ball that was too. That
oh yeah, it's you remember. You know, the funny thing about the game is
the way it's
you
set
remember
up.
the bad things that happened to you. You don't remember all those great shots. You remember the ones that hurt you the most. There haven't been many of those. No, I'm just joking. No, of course there has. You've got it's a. You know, playing this game, you get the highs and the lows. You get the euphoria, and it just gives you so much. You get the pain of a loss. In fact, when I won my first World Championships, I was 17 years old, and we went back to the guest house we were staying in at the time, and I went upstairs to the bedroom, and I broke down, like my mum was there, and I just was crying, and she said, you know, what's the matter? And I said, it's just the pressure, the build-up, you know, it's suddenly relieved. She said, don't worry, darling, you've won the World Championships now. You can quit if you want. She was so, like, you know, nurturing, whereas my dad was the opposite. You know, my dad was like, you've got to fight harder, and, you know. So I had a good blend in my parents.
Well, you've done a lot of fighting and battling in your days. Any of them that stand out besides all the wins? And, I mean, what's your favorite place to play? And
oh, gosh. That's tricky. I think there's moments that you remember more than others, and I think for me one of my most precious moments probably was my dad watching me for the first time when he came to America. I was already over here, and you have to remember I was 27 years old when I came over, female on her own, new country, didn't really know anyone, so he was probably very worried about me, as you know, he took me everywhere before that. So he wasn't really in any control. So he came over, and it was LA, Los Angeles of all places, the first event, bicycle club in LA. And he was watching, and I ended up winning it. But the funny thing is, I'm in the finals, I'm on TV, and I'm playing Robin Dodson at the time, back then, Robin Bell, I think. And I was so engrossed in the game, I'd already planned my run out for one of the games. I was like 1, 2, 3, da-da-da-da. But I wasn't really familiar with the colours at that time because I was kind of still new. I was still checking sometimes which one is which. So I shot one ball before another. I went yellow, red, blue, and I got called a foul. I'm like, what? I'm like totally oblivious. What's the foul for? And I'd shot the 3 before the 2. So I go back to my seat, regroup, and ended up winning the match. And then I won the final. But I was so happy that my dad was there, you know, to see it because he saw me really come from another game and do well in this one. And then that was my first nationals win in America. So it was really lovely to have him there.
That's an awesome thing to hear. Awesome story.
Yeah, it's really nice. Because, you know, that was in 1996 and he died, 5 years after that. So the good thing is, with my career change and moving, I was doing better financially and stuff, so I could, like my parents had, you know, a bit of a better quality of life and stuff. They travelled more.
That's awesome.
And really enjoyed it. So it's a little payback really too. So
nice.
That was good.
That's good humbleness there.
Yeah, no, I loved it. My mum still, to this day, I'm still taking her all over the place.
Heck yeah.
I don't like her at tournaments though. Well, because it's too stressful for me then, you know.
That's the hardest person for me to play in front of is my father.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got more pressure on me than anything. So I can imagine in your shoes and playing for a world title and.
Oh, but they were so proud. I've got funny stories of my dad though. He wanted me because I used to play with the guys, right? I wasn't really just playing women then. I was playing. So he wanted me to be like Guy, you know, to have that mental attitude. So he tried to bring out the best in me. But I'm playing Stephen Hendry one day, who was a top snooker player, like Steve Davis was, who I grew up watching. Anyway, I'm 4-0 down at the interval, right? And I walk out and I'm taking a break. I can't swear on the radio, but he said, "You're playing not very well."
You're Alison Fisher. I think you say whatever you want.
He said,
You don't have to hold
"You're
anything
playing
back,
something, right?" So I said, "Well, here's a something cue. You go and do better, right?" So it was kind of funny, right? So we had that sort of thing going back and forth. So he got me all riled up, right? So I go back out there and I go and clear the table and make a 1-3-6 break. And then I look over at him all defiantly, and there's a little tear running down his cheek because that was his way of working with me. But I would only take it from my dad, So he just knew how to get me going and get the best out of me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about being a woman in a male-dominated sport, snooker, in England?
Yeah.
What was that like? I mean, you must have faced a lot of adversity with that.
I did. It's funny, really, because I used to play in a kids club, so I was probably the only female in that. And then I used to play in the league. So when I started league play at 13, luckily my local pub let me play. They accepted me, and I used to play in fours and doubles and whenever and get one table. But they put me in the league, and there was some conservative clubs that didn't allow me to play because I was female. It wasn't because I was a kid, it was because I was female. Or there were other ones that the mothers weren't allowed in to watch their sons play because they were females. So it was tricky. What I loved about that, though, was by the end of my league play, I was 16 years old and I'd won every trophy in it. I'd won the Open, the juniors, the most breaks, the highest break. I literally did a clean sweep of every trophy in it. So it was kind of a nice way to leave.
That's awesome.
But also, by the end of it, times were changing a little bit where they were not just, men-only places. So yeah, it's very much a male-dominated sport, which takes me on another trip I went to. I used to do exhibitions in Canada, and I went to Bermuda one year. My dad was with me. He loved that because they were like 50 years behind the time. So we're in Bermuda. He loves all that old school stuff, right? And I was in this room that I was invited to. I was the entertainment. So I was playing a snooker exhibition, and I made I think it was a 1-4-4 break, right? That was probably the highest break on the island ever, and by a female. But they wouldn't let women on the table. I know, isn't that, it's a bit weird. I was there as the entertainment. I was about 18, 19 years old, right? But there was another female who lived there, said, I can't get on the table. This particular club wouldn't allow me in it to play just because she was female. So there was always that way back then. I had a lot of that sexual discrimination, but I just wanted to be a player. I didn't want to be you're female or you're a junior, or I just wanted to play the game. So it didn't affect me so much, but it became a bigger deal when I started to compete with men on an equal basis, because men, they didn't want to lose to a woman, obviously.
Absolutely.
Save face. But the very top ones who did beat me, they treated me as a player, not a female player.
That is awesome.
They didn't let it get in their psyche. So it's silly, really. You just want the best play. And it happened to be that guys were better at that time. So I was like an Annika's story, really. She just wanted to play better players. Nothing wrong with that. You're just trying to, improve your excellence in a sport.
And you've absolutely done that. And
I enjoyed it for the most part. Sometimes it was hard. Sometimes it's hard being a front runner in something, but there's also lots of benefits that come with it too.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
You have made an amazing journey to the pool
I've been very
world.
lucky. I think right place, right time.
And I'm absolutely honored, and I'm blown away with the stories that you have to tell us today. And it's absolutely, I appreciate you guys coming in.
Thank you.
What else you guys?
I gotta Squiz, what do you got? You go first, because I got one too, and I think it's a really good one. But you go. I've seen your questions. Your questions are fantastic too.
Okay, so do you adhere to any kind of training routines, any kind of special diets, workouts, disciplines that you incorporate into your billiard game? Because a lot of people think of billiards as not really a sport, but it really does take a lot of physical prowess and mental discipline.
I think the best thing for A lot of them are very into fitness now. If you look at a lot of the men players, they're very fit.
Mhm.
Not like the old days of, I don't want to name names, but a lot of them weren't very fit. You've only got to look in the pictures.
we'll just say they're more like the real deal. the
Yeah. Well, it's always associated as a drinking sport. It's the same with darts. Back in England, if you look way, way back, snooker and darts, the people there are drinking pints while they're playing. And in snooker, it was the same. Some of them are sitting with a beer by their chair on TV, smoking and drinking. It's totally much cleaner now, for sure. So I think when you see people winning who are more athletic, you gravitate to doing that more. So definitely your diet is a big thing. I think for a pool player, the best thing that they can do actually is things like yoga, a lot of good stretching, because our neck and back are always the issues throughout our careers.
There's
in
lots
the
of
sport.
stretching and pool that nobody
Right.
really pays attention to.
And then, and a lot of them do a lot of fitness work. I mean, I'm not so much now, but yoga has always been the best thing for me. I know that. I did loads of sport when I was younger, though, so that wasn't really a factor back then. So diet is a big thing. I've eaten too much before matches, and I've gone in and I cannot think. All the blood is in the stomach and not in the brain. So I've definitely been comatose through eating too much before, so I learned from that. So definitely you want to probably not eat maybe 2 hours, up to 2 hours before your match, or just have little snacks with you, little things that keep you going. You don't want too much sugar, things like that spike you, then you go back down. So yeah, you've learned as you get older too. As far as practice goes, growing up for me playing snooker, I was mostly on my own, so I did a lot of routines. I'd spend about 4 hours a day doing drills, and I used to to keep it interesting, maybe 30 minutes of that, 15 minutes of that. I'd break it up into sections, practicing with the bridge. So I think, if I was training somebody now as a junior to come up, that's what I would do with them. And then, you see, when you practice a drill, for example, it's a very conscious effort. You're there and you're thinking about what you're doing. But when you play in a match or you play in a game with somebody, it has to be an unconscious thing. You have to maybe take one thing and work on that. So it's different, a game versus this is your preparation in order to get your foundation really good. And then you've built the good habits there in order to take into a match with you where you don't have to think about it.
Wow.
That was a lot, wasn't it?
No, that was
was
a great
good.
answer. That's a great answer. Which made me think about this question: Are you self-trained, or did you have a trainer when you were younger?
Well,
when you first started?
a little bit of both. I was self-trained in the sense that I think that I was absorbing a lot from watching. So I watched it on television. I watched it in person, people walking around a pool table, snooker table back then, and learning what their habits are. And if somebody was good at something, like drawing the cue ball back off a shot, I used to go to the best player at that and say, how do you do that? So at the end of the night when nobody's playing on the table, I would go there and practice it over and over.
Wow.
And then one day somebody said, well, don't lift your head, keep your head still. So I could barely move my stick. I was trying to keep it on the cue really solidly. So that's training at a young age. I was absorbing a lot of things without really thinking about what I'm supposed to be doing. I just did it. So that was self-trained somewhat. And then I went to I heard about this pool club in Worthing, which was along the coast, snooker club. And I liked what they did with kids because there was a trainer in there and there was also a pro player who worked with him. So I went there for the first time and they sort of singled me out. They go, oh, bring that little boy in here into the other room. They thought it was a boy because they were watching me from behind. Right. Because it was all boys there. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So they're like, oh, even better, it's a girl. So they got me a decent cue to play with, and then they worked with me in drills. And I liked the way they trained kids because it was like a ladder of success. You could challenge that person if they were better than you this week, and if you beat them, you work your way up the ladder. And they also gave prizes to people for the best dressed. So these little kids were all going along in our little waistcoats, little vests.